huge coolers that don't have wheels and you need a buddy to carry them because they're like 4 feet long and huge. Those are great, but I love a little wheelie cooler. It's perfect for the beach, perfect for camping, perfect just about any situation. And you just roll it along, you know? But a little guy to just run a quick errand, like if you want to bring some waters or a drink, if you're just running out, keep it cold. It's a great go-to. I also like this cooler is usually the one I keep in my car for groceries, just to keep it cold on the way. You know, in the summer, you don't want your groceries just in your trunk or in your back seat. So I try to put them in the cooler, maybe have some ice packs if I think ahead. A lot of times I'll go to the grocery store and forget the ice packs, but I'll have the cooler. But a lot of grocery stores, they'll give you ice at the grocery store. You know, like Whole Foods has free ice. There's a few different stores that I've seen will give you some ice. Or, you know, just do the $2 and get a small bag of ice. Looking fresh. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The comments always get me. I'm like, who's talking? Who is that?
Big haircut.
Big haircut. All right, so today we are talking about how to keep your beverages in your cooler cold, different methods you can use to keep canned beverages cold and everything. So we'll roll through it.
Cool. Roll?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a remote?
Yeah, I do.
Look at, he has the technology.
Well, I mean, if you want to control this one, that's fine.
It's probably better to keep eyes on both. Make sure it's safe.
Make sure it's safe. Here's a classic issue I run into all the time when I'm packing my cooler. One, you use up all the ice in the freezer. If you want to just pack a quick cooler, you empty all the ice your freezer has made just to end up with a puddle of water after a few hours. Or you have to stop by the gas station or the grocery store, pick up some ice, and then you're just left with this slush puddle afterwards and soggy, drippy cans. I mean, it's classic. We've had ice for coolers for decades, but I have a few methods that actually help improve your cooler packing, keep your cooler longer, keep your cooler colder longer. That's a tongue twister. All right, let's have you comment. Keep your cooler colder longer. Keep your cooler colder longer. Because just some loose ice and some beverages. Now here's a mistake, especially for parties that people make all the time. You'll just get a bunch of sodas, a bunch of beverages from the grocery store. You'll throw them in your cooler and you'll put your ice on top of it. You gotta have to plan ahead. Put all those drinks in the fridge before. You'll keep your cooler colder longer. We're gonna get it by the end of this. You're gonna keep your cooler colder longer if you just chill those beverages first before you put ice on them, before you put them in your cooler with your cooler packs. These aren't gonna get your cooler cold, but they will help keep your cooler cold if your beverages are already cold.
Really tip that one forward for both cameras?
I mean, look at that slush puddle. Just a few hours later.
Even more. Tip it more.
Whoa! Oh, see, I knew that would happen. Let's create a little dam here. A little reservoir for all this drippiness. But see? Oh, this is kind of a tip. This is alluding to the solution. All the little cubes melted, the big chunks of ice, look, they're still intact. Maybe that's part of the secret. I don't know, you'll have to see. Now I made a mess. Oh, it's not much of a mess. At least it's just water. No crying over spilt milk, right? We spilt milk earlier today, so it's kind of an inside joke, but no crying over spilt milk and or water. Easy remedy. See, this is the water I didn't want to waste. And that's also what happens. All this liquid and water in your cooler, what do you end up doing? Just draining it on the sidewalk, putting it in your plants. The water just goes to waste. Oh gosh, I did it again. This is the story of my life. Leaks and messes and cleanups. Ain't that the way? Okay. So the big problem when it comes to packing your cooler is you're either using all the ice from your freezer and then you don't have any more ice for your beverages. Your refrigerator has to make more ice, and just that sloshy puddle of water from all your ice cubes when you're done, and you just end up wasting that water. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The method I like to use to keep a cooler colder longer, especially if you're out all day, say you're at, maybe a little sporting event for your family, you're at a festival outside, you're anywhere where you're gonna pack a cooler and you want it cold all day, you need a block of ice. Don't just get the loose ice, get the block of ice. A block of ice is gonna keep your cooler colder way longer. If you have a smaller cooler, you can make smaller blocks of ice. But for your standard, large style cooler, one block of ice like this will help regulate the temperature in there. It melts a lot slower and it'll keep things colder longer. Excuse me, it's perfect. But you do wanna use it in addition to some loose ice just to cover those cans, surround everything. Hey Dan, how you doing? Shout out to Dan, thank you. So a block of ice is the best way to keep your cooler colder longer. Bigger blocks for a bigger cooler, or you can use multiple blocks if you have a very large cooler. I like to do this when I go camping. It's a great way to make sure that cooler stays cold at least a couple days without needing to really refresh all that loose packed ice. Oh gosh, this thing is, here we go. There we go. It's a little heavy and treacherous. I also like to make a DIY cube. That cube is just gonna melt and turn into a sloshy puddle. But if you make your own with a water bottle, so just get a large water bottle. What I do is I like to open it, empty about, a couple cups out, because when it freezes, it's gonna expand. If you tried to freeze this full, it's gonna blow up. So first thing you wanna do, empty some water out, cap it really well, and then freeze the whole thing. What's perfect about this is as it melts, it'll melt slower, same as the big ice block.
I've been watching for at least a year now.
Oh, thank you. A year-long subscriber and viewer. Thank you so much. So a big block will melt slower, keep your cooler colder longer. We got it again. Do a tally. Bing, cooler colder longer. And once it melts, it's trapped in the bottle, so you don't have to worry about dealing with a sloshy mess in your cooler afterwards. You have drinking water. You can refreeze this a time or two more if you're just gonna use it as your freezer cube, so you can keep reusing this. If you let it melt, I would only drink it that one time. I wouldn't drink it if you're gonna keep refreezing it a time or two more. But that's just me. But there you go, make your own freezer cube. You will have to plan ahead. This takes at least, overnight, if not a full day to completely freeze all the way through. And just empty out a little bit of water so it stays intact. But there's your homemade DIY freezer cube, as simple as that. You can do a jug of water so it's easier to carry, and you can also do a couple of these. And then once again, you're left with drinking water and a cooler cube that keeps your cooler longer.
I wonder if you freeze a hot water bottle, it will keep cooler for longer better than plastic.
A hot water bottle? Hot? I don't think hot will stay cooler longer, right? Did I interpret that message correctly? So you have your standard bag of ice. Over the summer, try to do this. Keep a tally of how many bags of ice you're purchasing. It's probably a lot. I think in the last week already, I've purchased like 6 or 8 bags of ice. And that was just for random things that I was doing over the weekend. So that's a lot of ice. So there is a reusable solution. I kinda freaked out when I saw this, that there's reusable ice cubes for coolers. If this isn't freaking cool. So,
don't worry about it then.
So this is reusable bag of ice. If you have a good little toasty. If you have a deep freezer or a large freezer, I would definitely recommend picking up one, at least, or maybe even 2 of these. At least one, maybe even 2 of these. It just replaces your need to get loose ice all the time. It's perfect for coolers. You can use any amount. So if you have a big cooler, small cooler, just use the amount you need and keep the rest in the freezer. So these cubes, are just normal ice cubes. These are food safe, so they're great to use around your cans. The bonus with these, so you use your large block of ice. The bonus with these is you want all this cold all around your beverages. It'll help keep them colder. If you fill in all those gaps, the less air, the less space, this will stay colder longer if you fill it up. So these cubes, you won't get the sloshy puddles. The liquid inside just defrost within the cube. No mess afterwards. There you go. Easy as that. Best cooler packing tool ever. You want a blue one? I like the blue ones. I like the blue ones. So nifty.
Pretty cool. And then can you have like just
A handful?
a bunch in your hand? Like,
Yeah.
both hands. And just hold.
Oh, both. 2 hands.
And then you just hold it out. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it couldn't be easier. Reusable ice. Whoever thought of this? Absolute genius. I picked this up just on Amazon. There's a few different types, so you can pick whatever one works best for you. This is, I believe, a 360 cube pack, which I found works for most, medium to large coolers. And if you're having an event at home where you want some ice in a cooler outside, you can pick up 2.
Another idea.
What's your idea?
Do tell.
So swap these out. So have some in your cooler once they defrost, but these should last for hours. So you shouldn't really need to swap them. But if you have one in the freezer and you're having a party, you can just swap them out. These freeze super fast. These are designed to freeze, I think these are designed to freeze in about 2 hours. So that's all you need to refresh these cubes, is put them back in the freezer for a couple hours and they're ready to go again. So that's perfect. And of course, having 2 means you can swip swap, or having 2 means you can fill a larger cooler. So still use that large block of ice, but also get some of these loose cubes to surround all your beverages, and then you're not left with this puddle. I got another tip if you're entertaining. Now you can do this with loose regular ice or these cubes, because they're hiding one more secret, these cubes. These cubes are hiding one more secret. But if you have a large cooler outside, I'll pack my drinks in on one side of the cooler. I'll do a bin. If you have a lid, that's bonus, but a bin and a scoop. And basically, this will be your reserve ice.
Don't forget the spicy cubes.
These cubes are spicy. These cubes, you can actually use as drinking cubes. They're designed to actually be replacements for your actual ice. So just separate some out in another container, in another bin, in another cooler. And then this is your reusable ice cubes. Make sure nobody throws these out. You want to keep them and reuse them. Once a year, take inventory of your cubes. You should have 360 after every, no, you don't have to do that. Just keep up with them. Make sure nobody dumps them or throws them away. Maybe don't do this for a party, but if it's just you or you're camping, or if it's a few people, you can use these.
My kids have been watching your YouTube videos and they love watching your content.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Hello there. Shout out to all of you who watch.
It would be lovely if you shout out Sean and Brandon. They're watching you right now.
Oh, Sean, Brandon, hello. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Glad you could join us. Are you gonna drink some, use some reusable ice cubes for your drink? But that's the bonus with the reusable ice cubes, is they don't dilute your drink. So it's another cool, quick bonus that you can actually drink with these. So to clean them, what I would do is fill your sink. You can use a colander to drain the water, but just some soap and water. Soap and warm water is all you need. You can clean these, lay them out in a towel to dry, and then put them back in the bag, put them back in the freezer. They're ready to use again. So these are super versatile. Great replacement for ice. A lot of times I'm running late or don't want to stop by the gas station or the grocery store to get ice for my cooler. So this is a great permanent way you can always have an option in your freezer. So you don't always need to get fresh loose ice, and it's not wasteful. You're just refreezing these when they're ready to go. These are perfect. I love these. Can we think of anything else to say about these?
Did you say they don't water down your beverage?
Yeah. So if you are using them, I did say that, but let me reiterate real quick. If you are using these as ice cubes in your... Changing something really quick. Innovations like this I always think are so funny because we go so long doing the same methods, dealing with ice, and then somebody's like, what if ice was reusable? And then I'm like, genius, reusable ice that you can pack in your cooler, use as ice cubes, and again, these won't dilute down your drink. Just be sure to not throw these out. Don't throw these away. Just put these in a sink. I usually put a little colander in the sink on the side, and then the cubes can be dumped out in there. All the liquids can be drained out, and you can quickly just wash them. So won't dilute your drink. Perfect ice. Love that.
Can you just do a B-roll shot of you?
Scooping? Yeah.
And then just hold the cup kind of right there above.
We're here.
Yep.
And just do a scooping. All right. Oh, it's really sad. It feels and acts like regular ice, except for it just won't melt. It's kind of funny.
Okay, and then one more time.
Especially these clear cubes. Especially these clear cubes look exactly like normal ice. One more time.
Yep.
Scoop. Let's get one more clear one right on top. Just like that.
What if it melts?
Well, these will melt like very slowly, but then you just refreeze them, reuse them again. There's that. All right, let me pack these back, get them back in the freezer. Like even out here, they're still very, very cold. And look at this, a little condensation, but no water, no mess. I actually might keep a bin like this in my freezer, so keep some like this, but then keep the other ones in a bin with the scoop, and then that's our reusable ice cubes, so we don't have to always use the ice from the ice maker. This is multi-purpose, a multi-purpose solution here. And once again, no slushy, especially this cooler. This is first world problems, I'm not complaining. This cooler is kind of hard to clean and dry just because it's this loose material. It's a great go-to cooler. It's an affordable, easy cooler. I love it. But when you gotta get in there with all this loose fabric to dry it, these cubes, no need to dry it. It's gonna be dry. Just take out your extra beverages, clean your cubes if you need to, throw them back in the freezer. They're ready to ride again. All right, just fill my bag back. Here we go.
Just throw problem solved.
And that's problem solved.
Bag more in the front.
Yeah. One more. Problem solved. There it is. Now it's standing up on its own. Whoa! Almost. There we go. Wedge it in there. What do you need me to say?
The line again.
Oh, line again? Yep.
Thank you.
Problem solved. Oh, you know there are coffee cubes? People have been doing coffee cubes to not dilute their iced coffee. I'm gonna start using these in my coffee. These lids are so hard to get off. There we go.
Put it up front.
Yeah, keep hiding.
Clear the center.
Yeah, keep hiding everything from David. Whoa! Okay, the cubes on the floor need to be cleaned. They've made these lids really secure.
Rotate it more. Rotate it more. Yeah, there you go.
I already have ice in there, but I just want to try it out. The next experiment I need to do is how long these actually last. I haven't actually clocked it yet with these, but they're supposed to be very long lasting, especially if you keep that large cube in your cooler and your beverages are already cold. You're set for a day or two. Especially if you have a good cooler. I packed this cooler. I had 2 bags of ice and a bunch of drinks in this bigger cooler, my rolling cooler. It lasted a full 48 hours. I had cold. Granted, a lot of the ice was sloshy like this, but after 48 hours, it was still super cold in there. The thing is, you want to keep it full though. So the fuller it is, the colder it'll stay longer. I didn't get that one.
I use them for my wine.
Oh, that's perfect. No diluting, keeps it cold, no diluting. Actually, that's really good. I mean, we're not promoting this, but like wine, beer, anything like that you want to keep cold, but you don't want to put actual ice in. Perfect. Reusable ice cubes. Mind blown. Got some dirty cubes down here. Get my whole colander situation. Do we want to get B-roll of this being used in a colander in the sink? Just talk about it. These are gonna go back in the freezer.
No, so we move on to the next one.
All right.
Cut. I looked away from the camera just for a little bit. I got this last one like this.
That is cool. Look, I mean,
Oh, do we need any close-ups?
Keep your ice cream cold too.
yeah, you could keep your ice cream cold. Yeah, the little cubes just fit around the cans perfectly. Oh, you want to get another shot?
I don't know. We need 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you think. That's why I was asking.
I don't want to open the.
No, that's what I was asking. If any of that B-roll would be helpful, like anything in the freezer, anything in the sink that I mentioned.
Hold it open to the light.
Yes. But the benefit is that these cubes will wrap around, fill the space, fill the gaps. Yeah, I'm saying it for the stream. I'm trying to see if it's melted already. No, these are still solid. These have been out for like 20 minutes and they're still solid. So these are great. And they are food safe. These are completely fine to use in your beverages and in your cooler and around stuff. The only thing I would recommend is if you do use them, just give them a quick rinse in some soapy water. You know, if you are gonna drink with them, just make sure they're clean. Keep your coolers clean also. After you use your cooler, give it a good wipe down and clean on the inside. And then make sure you dry it completely. Funny thing I do too is I usually let my cooler dry out when I can. I don't always do this, but when I can, I'll let it dry out in the sun because you know the sun helps clean bacteria, sterilize, clean things. So make sure it's completely dry. Leave it for a little bit in the sun and your cooler is good to go. But yeah, try to keep your coolers clean as well. That's just better bacteria control, better germ control. All right. Would we like to move on? I'm gonna forget that I have these cubes in here and throw this whole cup out. So you gotta remember to not throw these cubes out. Quick reset. We're gonna reset for the beverages. I actually need these cans, so I'm gonna keep all these cans with me. Funny enough, this is all like the same setup, except for we're gonna eventually pack that cooler. So we're gonna move on to a segment about hosting, what to do with all your beverages if you're hosting. It's easy to just buy cans of drinks or soda, especially for mixers or whatever. I think the real trick is just have some cups, some small cups, and have like big tanks, but not everybody can have like, what is it called? Not the dispenser, like a, you know,
Soda gun?
the drink dispensers.
Oh yeah, fountain drinks.
Fountain drinks. That's the revolution I'm waiting for. Okay, we have SodaStream, yes. We've got Keurig, we've got Nespresso, we've got the Ninja Creamy and the Ninja Slushy. We have all these things, and nobody's invented the easy at-home soda gun or fountain drink station. Like, how... I have not found... SodaStream is not the same. I mean like a domestic home version of a fountain drink station.
Yeah.
That's because the only ones I've ever found are commercial grade or some kind of commercial system you have to adapt to home use. Or if it is a product that is kind of made for home, it's very expensive, it's very large, it's very clunky. It's not like designed for a countertop or designed, but maybe I'm missing something.
If they want to make money on the cans.
Oh, is that? That's right. It'll benefit the consumer, but if it doesn't benefit the business, then I guess we're not doing it.
Syrup is cheap.
The syrup is cheap. The cans, the processing is not. Well, the clean water
Do
too.
you mean like a chocolate fountain one?
Kind of. Not
Chocolate fountain soda. Some Willy Wonka stuff right there.
exactly. Here, let me empty this out. Let's. I got on a tangent. Well, you see what I mean? It's like I gotta clean this out and dry this out now. Boy, the biggest burden of my life, cleaning out a cooler. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That's super easy.
Diet Coke fountain.
Yes, we need the Diet Coke fountain. The thing we were doing for a long time is getting the 2 liters, right? The big ones. But the carbonation doesn't last, and you gotta drink it within a couple days, so you find yourself drinking more soda than you might actually drink because you're trying to get rid of this whole 2 liter. Anyways, or you just do what I do and just, I need to keep this over here. All right, so let's get our beverages for the next segment. Our favorite sugar-free options. This is our little Easter egg for the solution we're going for. I need mini cans. We need mini cans of our 2 favorite sodas. And I need a few bottled waters. Bottled water. Bottled water. Okay, we'll just get this one. This is the solution, so we won't show that. Give you a little bit of facts about my life. So, I've been a video producer for my whole career, very long time, producing, doing events, all sorts of stuff. So I'm well versed in beverage waste. So I'll be on set. I'll have, we'll have a bunch of called craft services if you don't know. Craft service, so sodas, waters, drinks, snacks for everybody. The amount of waste that people produce on set is unimaginable. You!
It's supposed to be yo.
Oh. Excuse me, I got all hostile. Didn't mean to get hostile there. Yo. Yo to you, the yo comment, sorry. The text-to-speech said you, and I thought it was like accusatory. That's just the way I interpret it. So anyways, have hosted plenty of events, have done a lot of stuff, a lot of picnics, barbecues, all that kind of stuff. And what happens after your event? You're left with countless sodas, drinks, all sorts of stuff. All right, let's see what else I need for this next segment. Oh, I got all my stuff behind me, so I'm actually gonna leave this back here and reset as I need. We'll do kind of like 2 setups for this one. The stuff that's on the table now. I bet you guys have some. Are there any cans at your desk? Are there any soda cans at your desk or around this house, or have you thrown them all out today? Because yesterday I saw like 2 or 3 cans just floating around. Check the trash can, check the recycle. Oh, look at this. Kind of gross, but I needed a prop. And let me quickly chug this so I have a half drink water. Hydrate. You didn't say anything about me putting your cup there.
Oh, I liked it.
Speaking of, where did my coffee go? So it's not a Jon Snow Easter egg in the background. There we go. Okay, almost done with this. Oh, it's hard to, how do people chug? It's hard to quickly drink things.
They swirl the bottle.
Oh, vortex. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of set right now. I can move a few of these things. Should we get a thumbnail for the previous segment really quick before we move on?
Let's just do a series of
At the end. Okay. Let's remember to do that at the end. Okay, I will try not to wipe my sweat in between again, but let me get a paper towel. It's a little toasty in here. Segment 2, ready to roll. Yep, I'm my own hair and makeup person. Probably a good thing since I don't have much hair and I'm not wearing makeup. All right.
Go ahead and roll, David.
Any party you go to, any event, what are you left with? Not just a bunch of trash left over on tables, on the ground, but most of these cans or bottles are still full of liquid, so you're wasting all of the drink inside. I mean, I don't know how to get people better at keeping up with their cans and drinks. It may be difficult to have people figure out how to keep up with their cans and their drinks, finish things. One thing I was thinking is we should bring back a little bit of shame, to the game. Like if you didn't finish it, if you left trash somewhere, tell them, excuse me, pick up your trash. Are you gonna finish that water bottle? But you look at it and you're like, I don't even know whose water bottle this is. So what do you end up doing? Pouring it into the plants, just pouring it out into the sink, and then you're wasting all this water, you're wasting all these beverages. Or someone drinks half, forgets it, gets too warm, and then they're back to your cooler to get another drink. I mean, we're not running a charity here when we're throwing a party. It's not drink half, get a new one. We're not that wasteful. So let's make our parties, make our entertaining a little bit more sustainable, right? We don't want to have all this waste if we're hosting a party, if we're providing drinks and beverages for our guests. Let's make it so that we actually consume what we provide instead of wasting half of it. Open these up. I want to elaborate a little bit more on how parties are wasteful.
Drink some more of that water.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like down to like a third of the way, and just say, "Does this look familiar?"
Do you know what this feels like? This is super cold. Feels like that scene from Harry Potter and I think it's the Half-Blood Prince, or is it Deathly Hallows Part 1? But my mind's not on which right movie it is, but where Dumbledore has to drink that liquid and he's like, ugh. It's not because it's gross, it's just because it's so cold and it's so hard to drink this much water at once. Harry, don't make me drink anymore. Harry, don't make me drink anymore, Harry. That's what I feel like. Odd reference, but you know, it's true. That's what it reminded me of. Okay.
Perfect.
You want this much less?
Yeah.
Okay.
On camera, does this look familiar?
Yeah, I like that. Does this look familiar? After your party, after your event, you're just left with a whole bunch of water bottles and cans with a little bit of liquid left.
Nice.
Okay. Problem painted. Solutions. That's what we're here for. All right. One of my go-tos to prevent waste for any party or event is, instead of going full size, just go mini. So instead of getting full cans of your favorite sodas and drinks, opt for those tiny cans. The small cans are gonna be easier to consume the whole thing and mean just less waste. So you may have to pick up more of the smaller cans, but you'll waste less of them too. Is that the right way to say that? Actually, you may not even need to pick up more because people will drink the right amount. I also like the little cans because they're better for mixers if you're making a drink. If you're mixing a drink, pick up the little cans for mixers. It's great for like soda, tonic, ginger ale, things like that. Even just your standard drinks like Coke, Diet Coke, Pepsi, all those. This will fit in here with some ice and your mixer and you're good to go, versus the full can where you're always left with like maybe a third or a quarter of it, and you either set this aside and it gets wasted, or it gets warm and flat and you don't end up using it anyways. So the little cans, especially for parties, are gonna be way more, the little cans, especially for parties and entertaining, are gonna be way better at reducing the amount of waste for your event in your party. This works for water too. I would set up a water station where people can just get water in a cup. I've seen a lot of my friends, when we have parties, everybody has their tumbler or thermos that they bring. So having a water station versus water bottles is really helpful. But if you're going to a picnic, or an event, just pack the mini bottles of water. These are easier to chug, finish the amount of water you need. Yep. Heart.
Can you hold just one out real quick?
Yeah.
Straight out. A little bit lower. There's perfect. And then rotate it more towards the light. Like you're showing this camera.
Yeah. So these mini bottles are going to produce a whole lot less waste than using these large bottles. People usually drink less than half of these. They set them somewhere, they forget about them, and then they just go back for another full water to waste that one again. These water bottles, I've seen these. I went camping with these, and people would drink them. There'd be a little bit left, so they would just finish it and then throw it away. So I think there's some psychology in these too, that if there's only a little bit left, you think like, oh, it's almost done, I might as well finish it. Versus this, when it's halfway done, it's like too daunting to finish. Like I was trying to finish this water bottle and struggled. So.
Can you hold them up right next to each
Oh, right next to each other. Yeah.
and then do the same for the pop can?
Yeah.
That's good. That's great right there. What's the fluid ounces on each of those? And then go back
Eight
to the whole thing.
8 fluid ounces versus 16.9, so almost 17 ounces versus 9 ounces. And once again, this is easier to pour over a cup of ice. You're going to use up the whole thing.
Severely underrated.
What's severely underrated?
Your channel.
New channel?
Your channel.
You've been
Oh.
so helpful, and I've applied many tricks and hacks you have shown.
Thank you so
Blessings
much.
to you guys. Just drink from the tap. Problem solved, TM.
Well, thank you so much for the comment. I'm glad that what we do here is helpful and helping you and making things better. That's what we're here for.
Hello, y'all.
Do the sodas. Yeah.
And then also, what are the
Hold it by
size
itself. Let's see. 7.5 fluid ounces versus 12 fluid ounces. See, a more drinkable, a manageable size. And what's nice about these little cans also is when you're packing your cooler, they take up less space, clearly, so you can add more variety. I find, maybe you can get a few different varieties of this if you're packing a big cooler or a big, party canister. But if you're using these, you can put a lot more in your ice. You can put a lot more in your beverage station. Or maybe you have a small refrigerator outside for entertaining. Is that a normal thing? Okay, maybe you have a small beverage freezer for entertaining. You can fit a lot more of these in there versus these, and you'll waste less. And yes, for you, David, not for the video. Yes, for the video, not for the video. So yeah, small cans, way better. Big cans, if you can drink them, fine. But what I've noticed is a lot of people tend to just waste these or lose track of them.
I like those little 250 milliliters cans. I find the larger cans kind of warm up
Are
too
you-
much before I can finish them.
Are you European? Because you use the milliliters and not the ounces. I was like, yeah, these are 221 milliliters. So that's pretty good. I'm just gonna stash those in there. Look, see, you can fit way more waters in here. Individual waters is what I'm saying, not volume of water. What was that one?
Ditto to saying that the channel's underrated.
Oh, thank you so much. We get that comment a lot, and I really appreciate that one, that we're underrated. Well, we're not underrated to you because you see us, you watch us, you understand what we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
or not underrated
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna get. Of course, at your party, you can have people write on their can or bottle, but no one really does that. I feel like it's a thing that is nice if you put out some Sharpies next to your beverage station, but you have to encourage people to write on their bottle or put their initial on the cap. That's usually what I do or try to do, or usually ask the host. So one thing you can do, just leave a little cup or jar of pens by your beverage station, and that'll help encourage people to write on them. So I just usually, wherever I set up my cooler or whatever, you can keep some pens nearby, and that'll tip people off. You don't have to make a big deal of it. It'll just tip people off like, oh, maybe I should label my cup. My family does this a lot around the holidays, so we'll get some reusable cups, and my mom usually is like, everybody write your name in your cup so I'm not throwing your cup away and I know who this is. So maybe that's where I get all this from. Like, just stop wasting at parties. Reuse your cup. Drink all your water, label it so we know whose is whose, and bring your own reusable cups to parties. That's helpful too. If you bring your own thermos canister, then you know what's your drink, and it stays colder longer if you bring your own thermos. Should I get mine?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the laughter. Why? No, there's no. This is what I'm currently rocking as in honor of TS5. Currently rocking my own Toy Story 5. I've been rocking my Buzz Lightyear tumbler. But bringing your own tumbler to a party, very underrated. If it's close friends that you're hosting or family that you're hosting, tell them to bring their thermos. Most people do. Anytime I show up to my family events, everybody has their emotional support water bottle with them, so it's not a big deal.
You were so nice.
Oh, thank you so much. You're kind for saying that. But having your own cup, having your own thermos is a great way to reduce waste at parties. It's a little unconventional, but I feel like in these times it is conventional because everybody's traveling with these anyways. And I'm not everybody's gonna know who's the Buzz Lightyear cup. Everyone's gonna know.
Star Command.
Everyone's gonna know who's. All right. So if you're hosting a party and you want everybody to keep track of your drink, if you're hosting a party and you want everyone to keep track of their drinks and you want less waste, I have a few solutions that I think are perfect for entertaining.
Plus,
One,
you can just fill the whole cup with red wine.
no one will know. Fill your whole tumbler with whatever you want. Water, soda, or beverage of choice.
Hello.
This has become one of my favorite entertaining hacks is just a bunch of Blink koozies. You can get a variety of different ones and you can pick up huge packs of koozies for dollars. These can be so affordable. So they do two things.
Plus, we need to make our dollars stretch these days.
Yeah, you do need to make your dollar stretch. These are reusable, of course, so you can use them party after party after party. If you have the same people showing up to your house, they'll have their own koozie. This is a great take home that's really cheap and affordable. Your guests can take it home if they want to, or leave it in the party stash of all your koozies, and when they come back, their koozie will be there. So it's a great way to have people keep up with their drinks.
Can you hold one?
What color would you like, David? There's green, orange.
Take the green one and just hold it. Hold that right there.
But yeah, write your name, write your nickname, draw a picture on the koozies. You can find a variety of colors. Say you're having a party with a theme. Get American flag ones for 4th of July. Get Thanksgiving ones for Thanksgiving. You can mix up the koozie colors.
Hey, Lil New, what is this channel about? Sorry, I'm
Like
a
an
little new.
assortment.
Oh, yeah. You want a little fan?
Yeah, little thing.
Little fan action. I like this maroon one. Would you say this is orange or red? And I would say this is like maroon and a
Mine
red.
was not very good.
And then go ahead and hold the Sharpie up next to it.
Label?
Very nice.
So yeah, match the koozie to your event. And these are universal, so most cans of just about any size, just about any beverage will fit in these standard koozies. If you do a lot of the tall, slim cans, you can pick some of those up as an option too. Koozies are the best little party invention because what happens? You're carrying around your cup, or you're carrying around your beer, or you're carrying around your cup, or you're carrying around your can, and this thing is cold. Put it in.
It's me, Tremaine. I'm back.
Hi, Tremaine. Welcome back. Another great benefit of the koozie for your party, put your drink in there. Now your hand's not cold, and this helps insulate and keep your drink colder longer, and it labels it so we know whose beverage this is, so we can shame you if you leave your beverage, if you don't finish it. Party shaming. I'm here for it. Accountability. That's what, we're not going to call it shame. We're going to call it party accountability. Keep up with your can. I can't talk and write. Here we go. There's Christo's can.
Confused, my English not very good.
There's Christo's can. I'm going to do that again.
Christopher, your haircut looks really nice and fresh.
Oh, thank you so much. They went a little short this time, but I love it. Thank you. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Can you hold the white one out?
Yeah.
Just the white.
Oh,
'Cause
just the
I
white.
didn't get a close up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so they make koozies for the slim cans, which are great too.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Show that other option, the coffee ones.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, if you want a disposable option for an event or party, go with coffee collars. So these are great. So these don't necessarily work for cans, but these are great if you're doing a lot of cups that are hard to write on. You know, the plastic's sometimes hard to write on if it's already wet or cold. So these are another great option. Just put your cup in there, and this works for cold and hot. Don't think that these coffee collars are just for hot beverages. They work for cold cups too, and it's just a great way to write your name on this. It's disposable, so it's another option instead of a koozie, and it does that same thing. Instead of grabbing a napkin or a paper towel or something to hold your cup, you can just use this to help hold and then catch all that condensation too. So that's the other benefit. I forgot the other benefit of the koozie. It's its own coaster, so you don't have to worry about coasters at your party. People can set their cups down wherever they want, and it's built-in coaster. Koozies! Oh, they're called beverage sleeves too. You know, it's like jacuzzi, koozie, like Kleenex, tissue. They're beverage sleeves. Cooler sleeves.
Say something about you like that it says "Hello, my name is," because it really prompts people to complete it.
Oh yeah. The great thing about this type of beverage sleeve is it says "Hello, my name is."
Someone PLSL.
What was that?
This person's just confused about what the channel is.
Oh,
These are
hello.
life hacks.
Hello, welcome to Problem Solves. We do a lot of helpful tips, tricks, DIYs. We've kind of moved away from liking to call all of these hacks. We just do helpful, practical tips for life, for all aspects of life, to just, and then fun. We like to make things fun and interesting and whimsical. You know, we're just having a good time here. So thank you for joining us. If this is your first time here. I like these because they say, hello, my name is, which prompts people to write their name on them. Sometimes if you just get a blank koozie out there next to some pens, it really doesn't prompt people to know what to do. So this is a great little hosting hack where people know what to do without having to give them instructions. So just set out your beverage sleeves, set out some pens near where your drink station is, and they'll naturally pick these up, write their name on them. These make great take-homes. These are great if you're repeat entertaining with close friends and family. They can keep them and then use them the next time. These are really
Thank you very much.
These are really affordable, so if you have to, you know, throw them away or they get messed up, it's really not that big of a deal. But I also like that they are reusable, so they're a sustainable option that you can use time and time again. They protect your hand. They keep the... They're great because they keep your hand insulated from the cold can, and they also insulate the cold can to stay cooler longer. Let me just reiterate this.
So last live stream you said clean the fan blades with a pillowcase.
I did. Oh, so you watched the last live stream and you're watching this one? Well, welcome back. Use a pillowcase to clean your fan blades. That's a classic. Your standard coffee collar, you can pick up a bunch of these at a very affordable price. These just make a great disposable options for your cups. You can write directly on the cups, but I find having an option where you can reuse this for several cups, and this also helps with the condensation and not holding that cold glass. If you've ever used these aluminum reusable party cups, they get very, very cold. The cold just like transfers right through them, so I usually like something that I can write on. And since these are reusable too, writing your name on the can, you know, kind of, you could reuse it and you'll know there'll be a name on it, but these are disposable, so it's a great disposable alternative if you need it.
Loves the live streams.
Oh, thanks, I'm glad you love the live stream.
That's a very good tip I need to cleaning my fan.
Great disposable option. Okay, let's move on to my other quick options. Now I love this one. Beverage cans come in a whole bunch of different sizes. These are just those silicone bracelets, those silicone armband rubber bracelets. These are great for parties. So here's what you do. You might want to make a little sign or make you might want to make a little sign with some instructions or set up a little station and tell people what to do. But these bands, people can grab their favorite color. the bands, people can grab their favorite color, and then you can write on it if you want, put initials, write your name. These are thick enough to do that. So I'm just...
Very center, Christopher.
Bands on bands. I'm just gonna do initials on this one. But I'm calling these my beverage bands for parties and events. Just
You're
have...
gonna see Christopher's backup can of beer in one of these cups at the party.
Keep it nice and cold. I'm calling these my party beverage bands, so you just need to pick up a pack of these silicone rubber bracelets. People can put their initials on it if they want, or decorate them any way they want. You can put stars and shapes and draw on them. But the point here is, if you have a regular cup, these can go along the bottom. And they're kind of an ID tag for your cup. You can fill it, refill it. If you're in between beverages, they can go ahead and just put the beverage band on. If you're in between beverages, you can just put the band back on. And they also fit on cans. So cans and bottles, those are also sometimes hard to identify or write on when they're wet. So you just put the band on there, and now everybody knows what band is theirs, what beverage is theirs, and then when they finish it. So it's another alternative to koozies or to the coffee collars or writing on the cup. You can just have a reusable band that goes on all your drinks, and if you're in between drinks or don't need to use it, you can just wear it, and then it goes on your cup. When you have a new drink, just be sure to put it on the cup before you fill it up. Or just be sure to put it on the cup before you open it. Just makes things easier to identify. All right, so let's put this on here and then show David. Beverage bands. And these silicone bands are versatile, they're very affordable. I just think it's a clever option for marking drinks. Got that. And then let's get it on a soda,
Later, these banned being able to use more than one sorry IDK in words.
Yeah, these are reusable. These are just silicone bracelets, so use them for whatever you want. Just have a bunch of them. You can reuse them. People can take them home if they want them as like a little takeaway. Once again, choose your colors based on the theme of your party. There's a lot of options out there. These are 8-inch bands. Those tend to work. You can find other rubber bands that are like 3-inch. But just some way to mark and identify a beverage. And a rubber band is a quick, easy, reusable way to do that. Just put it around, put it on your wrist when it doesn't need to be on a beverage, and then it's a perfect way to keep track of your drink. Perfect way for you as a host to keep track of people's drinks so you're not throwing away random beverages mid-party and cleaning up so much. I think people are a little bit more responsible when their beverage is labeled. They'll know to go back to it versus looking at a table and being like, I don't know which one's mine. I'm just gonna grab a new one. They have it identified. They have it marked. Your beverage has been marked.
Christopher, what's your favorite soft drink?
What's my favorite soft drink? Funny enough, I'm not really big into soft drinks. I mean, of course, I'll drink them from time to time.
Introduction. I'm new, so this is very appreciated.
But these Liquid Deaths and Spindrifts have been my go-to if I do indulge in a beverage. I really do enjoy these. The cream soda, they have a peach one that I like. Spindrifts are really good. I like those because they're just like juice and water. And then that's mainly what I drink. I mean, I'm mainly drinking like water or coffee. But as a soft drink, that's what I like now. Did we get everything? Oh, one last thing.
Christopher's favorite soft drink is a double vodka.
No, it isn't.
When you do this one, did you talk about the clickables?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get to next. One last little party trick
Believe
is.
it or not, my friend has never had soft drink in his life when he is 13.
Oh, I believe that. Lots of people don't drink soda. I never really. I had friends growing up who weren't allowed to have soda, so they never really drank it till they were older. So, pop, we called it back in the day. I say soda now, but it was pop growing up. Can I get a pop? Oh, you don't drink pop? Okay. One extra party trick that I like is instead of going for your standard Sharpie with the lid that comes off, if you're hosting a party, go for clickables. Then no one has to keep up with that lid. You can just click and unclick. They can write their name on their koozie. They can write their name on their koozie or on their beverage band or on their cup. And then you have an easy option. I also like multiple colors. You know, anytime you have a variety of colors, people can get creative. It makes it more fun than just saying like black koozies and black markers. You can have a variety of colors so people can put a little personality in their beverage identification. So,
Click just down low.
yeah. So,
I don't drink sodas or coffee.
secret party tip, go with clickables. Go with a permanent marker. Don't use a dry erase. Don't use a regular pen. These are going to be better for labeling all your beverages. Multiple colors, it makes it a little bit more fun. And then that way people have a go-to labeling station to label their drinks if they get a new drink, whatever solution you want to use.
Reader if you are getting disturbed. I feel bad. Sad emoji.
If you're outside, I like these stretchy bands. Oh gosh, this one, of course. We got it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Christopher
Gotta
should
do it
get
like
a
this.
big band out around himself so people knows who he is.
What?
That's kind of funny.
I didn't really hear it.
You said you need to get a big band to put it around yourself so people know who you are.
No.
Like a sash.
But you can pick up these retractable lanyards pick up one of these an extra thing you can do, pick up one of these retractable lanyard clips, and then that's an easy way to keep your pen near your beverage station. Say it's a cooler outside. If it's your cooler outside, just clip this on. Well, it doesn't clip on that one. Let's do this one.
Going to the bank.
Yeah. So you can clip it on your cooler and just keep your pen nearby. People can take the pen off. It's just an easy go-to place to have your pen so you can label your beverage, label your koozie next to your cooler. You can also clip on a bottle opener to this as well. Then that way you have a bottle opener with your cooler, you have a pen, and there you go. Got all your solutions tethered to your cooler.
Show that cleanly. Kind of slow and gracefully. Very nice.
We say it, let's show it. Oh, I love Adobe is what we have. Clip on carabiners are always helpful. Clip on a bottle opener too. Everything's ready to go with your cooler.
Nice. Do a problem solved ending.
I'll go. Problem solved. It was something. Pretty aggressive. Okay. Problem solved.
Nice. Cut.
Alrighty.
What are you doing?
Let's clear this. beverage sleeves. We talked about can colors. Let's talk about yogurt next. How does one make yogurt? All right, we do need to pack this cooler. Oh, we didn't. Do you want me to pack this cooler and show some drinks in there with that loose ice? We never got a B-roll shot of that. Okay.
No, it's okay.
All right. That's gonna hang out there. This is actually staying nice and cold. Oh my, this block of ice, I mean, it's only been a couple hours, but there's not even a drip of water in here. It's still solid. There's like barely any moisture on it. So that's pretty cool. That thing stays cold way long. Where's my, oh, this is my original koozie, but then this is my new, hello, my name is koozie. New one. This was the OG.
I suppose it's good too for like socializing with other people, you know?
Yeah,
You see the name.
that's a good, especially if you have a party with a bunch of people who don't know anything. This is like a name. No, sorry. This is how my brain functions. Anyways, especially if you're having a party where a lot of people don't know each other.
Yes.
This is just a simple way to like have people's names nearby. Because anytime I go to a conference or an event, I'm always like waiting for, you know, especially at a party where, you know, of course, name tags, you're not gonna have your guests put on name tags. But I'm always like, what is their name? But if they're carrying a can, you can discreetly, you know, they set it down and you're like, oh, your name is, you know, your name is Susan. Okay, cool. Your name is Greg. Okay, cool.
I agree, Christopher.
So you can do the quick peek. Now, if they write their real name, if they write something else on there, like maybe you want to assume that that's not their actual name. So proceed with caution on that one. But yeah, a lot of times when you're at a party, you don't know who's who, especially new people. So giving people a way to socialize, and I love anything, you know, if you're entertaining, if you're hosting an event, hosting people, even if it's friends, make it fun, make it unique, have something, you know, to do. This isn't a punishment. This kind of seems like a fun party edition. It feels like, oh my gosh, you know, I get a koozie, that's cool. And it's practical because you get to, you know, keep, it doesn't get your hand super cold and it keeps the beverage cold. So I think it's just a handy, clever way to entertain. And I mean, I have a whole collection of these beverage sleeves. So this is just gives people extra ones to have at parties. Super practical. And
Yogurt.
I'm really into these beverage bands. Okay, quick break, please, and then I'll get yogurt set up. 3, 2, and we're live. Bet you're wondering
What's
what.
the temp on this?
I like shoving it through the. Dude. Oh, 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 ah! Sir. Around 110, right? Like a little lower is fine.
It's gonna come down anyway.
It's gonna come down anyways, but not higher than 110 because that'll start killing off those live cultures. Oh my gosh, am I into reusable ice now? I think I might be. Is this fine? The dangle down? Huh? Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready. Yes. Looks a little grody. Let's wipe her down. Maybe I should get a little vinegar. A little vinegar. Vinegar spray. Oh, that's not vinegar. That one is. Whoa, that needs to be on jet. That's on jet, I mean.
The 50 vinegar, 50.
Yeah, vinegar, water. 50% vinegar, 50% water. Distilled water. Ooh, let me rotate it so I can see it.
All right, what are we doing?
We are making infinite yogurt. So I saw this and I was like, what? There's no way. And what's funny is the process is a lot, if you're into bread making, if you're into sourdough. Now granted, it's completely different, but kind of the same science and idea is there, that you have a starter and then you add that starter to something and then it ferments more, you know, the cultures build. It's not fermentation in this case, but I just think it's like a really interesting process where you can make more of something from just a little bit of the product or the. So I've done cheese making in the past. I've done like queso frescos. I've also done mozzarella. And the process is very similar to cheese making, to this yogurt process. You know, heating milk, adding culture, adding rennet, adding whatever. It coagulates, the proteins, you know, combine, they do their thing. And then your end result is either cheese or yogurt or something. So I thought that yogurt making was something kind of difficult to do, but once I was shown the process, once I looked into it a little bit, I'm like, it's easy. And you can make infinite amount of yogurt just from the yogurt you have. So, you know, your mother yogurt and then all the future generations of yogurt from there. So if you're a big yogurt eater, if you have a big family, this might be a go-to for you to always have yogurt at home. And this makes plain yogurt, but what I like is you can make a ton of this, individually portion it in whatever containers you want, and then flavor it. Add your own sweetener, maple syrup, honey. You could do whatever sugar of your choice. You could do whatever flavors. You could puree berries and add that. So you're making your own, you know, you can control the ingredients, all that kind of stuff. So I really love that about this. All right, how does that look? Did I miss a spot? I know I was kind of lazily doing this.
Looks a lot better. What happened to Go-Gurt, Christy?
What happened to Go-Gurt? I grew up on, I probably ate way too much Go-Gurt. A Go-Gurt was like, it was like a Go-Gurt a day keeps the doctor away, was my motto growing up. I had a Go-Gurt in just about every lunch from whenever the product was introduced until like I was 17. I had a Go-Gurt.
Like your own Go-Gurt in a Ziploc, is that
I'm sure they have something now that's like a make your own Go-Gurt tubes. Go-Gurt was the best, especially frozen.
frozen?
Now, did you think it was something special other than yogurt?
Well, I mean, I didn't think it was like a treat or whatever, but even back then, I thought of it as like a healthy treat. You know, you could have what are they called? Like an icy or a Otter Pop. You could have like that, and I was like, I knew that was like candy. I knew that was like a treat. The Go-Gurt felt like you were doing something healthy. You know, it felt a little. The marketing, yes, was very kiddish, but I feel like the product itself felt like healthier than putting a fruit roll up in your lunch, you know?
All right, let's get started. Let's get to it.
Okay.
Start rolling.
We are rolling.
Got a magic trick for you. How can I turn this cup of yogurt into a gallon of yogurt? It's possible. I can transform this yogurt into more yogurt. So you go to the store, pick this up for $1 or $2, and you can have yogurt for a week, enough to feed your whole entire family. The process is actually really cool, really simple. It does take time, but you can do other things. It's time to clean your garage, clean your cabinets, clean your floors, clean your bathroom. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff while your yogurt is just being made in the background. The steps are really simple. Most people have a crock pot. This is the easiest way to do this infinite yogurt. We're gonna transform a little bit of yogurt into a lot of bit of yogurt that'll last you at least a week, if not more. And then you can keep making yogurt from your yogurt. But before I get there, you'll need a crock pot. Go ahead and take a gallon of milk. You need a gallon of milk. Pour it into your crock pot and set it on low. What we're looking for is 180 degrees. This should take anywhere.
What kind of milk?
Huh? Whole milk. You can do this lower fat, right? I like to do this with whole milk, but you can do this with lower fat milks as well. Do not do this with non-dairy alternatives. It's not quite the same thing, but milk, you can do skim, you can do 2%, whatever milk you want to use. You can make a lower fat version of it. The process is still the same. We're just looking for the proteins in the milk. The fat is up to you, but I like doing this with whole milk. It's really easy. You just need a gallon. The measurements are really easy. Large crock pot, gallon of milk, pour it in, turn it on, pour in your milk, set it to low, and you want to get that milk up to 180 degrees.
Fahrenheit.
You want to get that milk up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. This is easy to do just with a regular kitchen thermometer. Just keep an eye on that temperature. Set to low, the milk should heat up gently, so you're not gonna scald it, you're not gonna boil it. You could do this on the stove, but the crock pot's a lot safer method to do it. You're not worried about overheating, you're not worried about scalding, because that's when you'll run into problems. You'll actually break down those proteins too much, you'll overheat it, you'll get the film on top, all that stuff. So we wanna avoid all those things. So a kitchen thermometer is really helpful because you wanna get to the 180 and stop. 180 degrees helps change the proteins within the milk.
Say Fahrenheit.
Okay, 180 degrees Fahrenheit changes the proteins in the milk, so you'll get a thick yogurt in the end. It also helps kill off any bacteria or anything that's in the milk in the crock pot already in the environment that will compete with the yogurt cultures. So it's really a kind of a sterilization, or you're cooking it to a temperature that 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so that the milk is safe to then be turned into yogurt.
How long did it take for you to get 180?
A standard crock pot will take you anywhere from 2 up to 4 hours. The baseline is around 3 hours. So if you want to set a timer, I would check it at 2 hours and then set another timer for an hour, just so you can keep an eye on it. And once again, this is totally passive. So a day where you're at home during other chores, doing other activities, you can be making yogurt in the background. So about 3 to 4 hours is when it should get up to 180 degrees. I like to use a probe thermometer for this. So you can insert this, nope, doesn't work like that. You can keep your probe in the milk, and then most of these thermometers have a setting where you can set it to beep or alarm when it gets to a certain temperature. So these are made for meats. Of course, you'll use this with a lot of meat, seafood, grilling, all that kind of stuff, but it is perfect to use for this process because temperature is so important. So just set this to 180 degrees Fahrenheit and set it to beep or alarm if you can. Some of these have Bluetooth connectivity so you can get an alert on your phone. There's a whole bunch of options out there. So this takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. But a regular thermometer, you can just check it. Even a manual thermometer, they're not the digital ones, the dial thermometer.
Oh yeah.
You can even use a dial thermometer, just stick it in here. Yeah, you can even use an analog thermometer, just keep it in here and then just read that dial. So lots of options there. Even more options. I've seen crock pots that have the thermometer built into them. So you can either set them to get up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, or it comes with a thermometer that will alert you when it gets to that temperature. And that's also super versatile, not just for yogurt making, but say you're doing a roast in here or chicken or whatever, you don't want to overcook it, use that thermometer feature to make sure whatever protein you're cooking gets to the right temperature. Super, super versatile, these things in the kitchen.
Say you've seen slow cookers with that.
Yes. Oh, I've seen slow cookers with this feature. They include a thermometer or have a setting where you can get it up to a certain temperature. So the smart slow cookers that are out there, those are a great option because they're going to be super versatile for your meat preparation, but also for this process of making yogurt. Yes, slow cookers instead of crock pots.
This is a crock pot.
This is a crock pot. See, I get caught up. Like everything is a name brand. Everything's Uber. Everything's Kleenex. Everything's
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid. Everything's Band-Aid. So this is up to, let me bounce back to the process. This milk has,
Just give a clean simplicity of a gallon of milk in a slow cooker for 3 to 4 hours until it gets to 180 degrees Fahrenheit.
a gallon of milk in a slow cooker, get that up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That should take about 3 to 4 hours. Once it gets to the 180 degrees, all you're gonna have to do is unplug it, turn it off. You want the temperature to go down now. So a normal temperature for things like yeast or fermentation to happen or cultures to grow in this process is around 110 degrees. So once this is around, for those cultures to grow, is around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to get the milk down to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Use your thermometer to do that. You can also set an alert to drop down the temperature to when you get to that temperature, you'll know. And then you can take the lid off, remove.
So you can do that with the red thermometer right through the hole.
Yeah.
Because it should be pretty close to that. And that's going to...
So this
Look
milk.
through the hole in the lid.
This has been sitting for another 3-ish hours to go back down to 110. Just gonna check the temperature right now. We're at somewhere around 108, 107, 108, which is perfectly fine. 110 is the max you want, and then probably a little over 100. 110 Fahrenheit is the max that you want, but try to keep it as close to that as possible. This is up to like 107, 108, which is perfectly fine. It's enough warmth to activate the cultures, let them grow, but it's not too much to kill them off. Not enough to deactivate the cultures that are in the yogurt. So once we're at or below 110 degrees Fahrenheit, we can make our yogurt. I just picked up one of these small 5.3 ounce containers. All you need is about a half of cup of yogurt for this gallon of milk. I'm gonna add this whole thing in. Hold on. A spoon? A spoon is fine? Spoon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So choose your favorite brand, your favorite flavor, because that same flavor, choose your favorite brand, your favorite flavor.
We'll be careful because it shouldn't be flavored.
Oh yeah, sorry. Choose your favorite brand. What I was trying to get at is the culture will be the flavor of that brand.
Yes.
Anyways, go ahead and choose your favorite brand. You'll want to make sure it is unflavored, so plain yogurt is what you want. What you're after is the flavor of that culture. So choose your favorite brand. That'll be the flavor of the yogurt flavor. So not vanilla, not sweetened. You want plain yogurt. And then the culture will be the tanginess that you'll get.
Can you show it on, because it says on there?
Oh, yeah. You want the container? Ooh, okay. Active cultures.
Okay, let me get it closer.
There's a college joke. Do you remember that one? What's the difference between this college and that college is active culture. And it was like a yogurt joke. Wait, am I thinking? Anybody in the comments know the yogurt joke about active culture? It's like a dad joke that's out there, but I forget what it was. You can look it up. Oh, so I'm just showing it. Sorry, I didn't find where it was. Let me find where it is. Ingredients, and this is what I love. We're replicating this yogurt, and all that is in here is milk, live active yogurt cultures. So like choose a good brand that is just yogurt, just milk and the cultures, and that's what this is.
Live, active.
You want plain yogurt, no sugar, no flavor.
Yeah. You want plain yogurt, no sugar, no flavors. Okay. I'm gonna put this in a little.
Pause.
Oh, wait for David. Sorry.
Go for it.
I'm going to put this in a small measuring cup. I'm going to put this in a measuring cup. You could do this in a bowl. Just want, all you need is a half a cup of yogurt. If you already have yogurt at home, you can do this. Just leave about a half a cup left in the container, or you can pick up one of these small portions. That's just about all the yogurt you need. Who has time for a ladle? So this is our milk that is about 108 degrees Fahrenheit, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna do about a cup of that. What we're looking to do is dilute this yogurt in our warm milk. Just make sure there's no lumps. Can do this with a whisk or a spoon. It's not exactly rocket science, which is great about this process. We're heating milk, cooling it down, adding about a half a cup of yogurt to a gallon of milk, and we're making more yogurt. Woo, I got sloshy. And it goes. Okay. Make sure we get all that in there. And then you can give it a gentle swirl. This will be the last time you want to stir this. So just make sure everything is well incorporated. Make sure it's all mixed together. Oh, make sure that yogurt is close to room temperature, so set it out a little bit before you mix it. It'll be easier to mix and it won't lower the temperature as much in this yogurt. So helps to let this yogurt sit out a little bit first. Now this just smells like milk right now. Smells like cheese making. I recommend, if you've never made cheese before, like a queso fresco or even mozzarella. Mozzarella's a little bit trickier, but if you haven't made a queso fresco, like go ahead and try it. It's actually kind of fun and it's very tasty. My hands! Is anybody else like that? Where they're like, my hands are dirty. I can't do anything because I keep thinking about my dirty hands. I am that cook. There's that meme. It's like anytime you touch something in the kitchen, you like wipe up, you rinse your fingertips. I am that cook. I rinse my fingertips 100 times, no matter what I'm cooking. Oh, let me clean up this mess first real quick before we move on. Okay. Are we nestling it in a towel, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. One thing I like to do is just clean up the rim of any splashes or splatters. While it's cooling, that's just gonna dry out and get kind of gross. So we wanna keep that out of our yogurt. Infinite yogurt. Right. I like these lids that most slow cooker, a lot of slow cookers, I'll say that. A lot of slow cookers have these latches, they are sealed shut. This is just extra security that no one's going to open it, disturb it, mess with it. You can even put a Post-it note here if your family is a looky-loo and they're, always checking what's in the crock pot. Just say, we're making yogurt for the week for breakfast. Don't touch the crock pot, okay? So you want this, once you add your yogurt, you want it unplugged and off still, and this is just gonna sit yet again. So set your timer. You need at least 8 hours, if not 12 hours, for this to completely cool. And leave it insulated, leave it warm in your slow cooker, because this will help lower that temperature slowly while those cultures grow and thicken the milk, and then you're left with yogurt, almost. It's recommended to cover it with a towel, right?
14 hours max. Yeah.
Yeah. The longer, you can let this sit up to 14 hours. The longer you let it sit, the more tangy your yogurt will be, the thicker your yogurt will be. So if you're going for that Greek style yogurt, or if you're going for a lot of tang, I'd push it to that 12, even up to 14 hours. And you can experiment. Maybe try a batch that's 10 hours. Maybe try a batch that's 12 hours until you find what you like. But 12 hours is about the baseline. 8 hours is the minimum. That'll give you a thinner yogurt. That'll give you a milder yogurt. While this sits, you can cover it in a couple towels. This just helps insulate it some more while it's sitting. And don't forget to set that alarm, set that reminder so you're ready to transfer it once it's cooled completely and once that time has elapsed.
Do that.
Hey Siri, set timer for 12 hours.
And just set it behind it.
Where's the cord? Oh, right there. Okay, take your nap. Go to sleep, little one. Actually, it's millions, billions of little ones. Little active little yogurt cultures doing their thing, eating proteins, synthesizing proteins. I don't know what the science is. There's science there. There's some science in it. Oh, okay, we're still rolling. All right, temperature matters. That's why we got that stuff. Put this away. All right. Oh, there we go.
Go get the one from the fridge.
Yeah, okay. I also want to get the cheesecloth. I can't look at cheesecloth the same. There's a classic inside. Do we need this podcast? Inside Problem Solved?
Let's save it for after the topic.
Okay.
Since this takes so long, I was smart and made a batch yesterday.
Okay. Since this does take a little bit of time, I planned ahead and made another batch. This has been in the refrigerator for another, how long is it again?
Just like overnight.
Okay.
It's like once it hits 12 hours.
Yes. Once it hits 12 hours, you can go ahead and put that into the refrigerator, and then you just want that to cool completely. That'll help finish that thickening process, and of course, get you cool. That'll help that thickening process and result in that cool, creamy yogurt that we're going for. So this was a batch made ahead. What you'll want to pick up is something like this, a Greek yogurt maker. So once again, what you'll want to pick up is something like this, a Greek yogurt maker. And this is actually a multi-function device. You can use this to do different types of cheeses. And if you're making this yogurt regularly, of course, you'll keep this thing in use for your yogurt making. But it's just a colander itself, so you can use it for any kind of like rinsing, draining, that kind of thing. Just be delicate with it, because it is a very fine mesh that's used for this. But this will be for your cheese making, your yogurt making. It's a versatile kitchen tool, and it's a container, so, that's always helpful. Got a lid here, and your strainer basket. So this is what's gonna kind of get rid of all that liquid, and you're just left with your thick, creamy yogurt. Or if you're making cheese, then you're just left with your cheese, and all the whey will be at the bottom. Don't waste that liquid. If you're making cheese, that can be turned into buttermilk. It's a whole lot of things you can do.
I've heard people add it to their like pet food.
Oh yes, and the leftover liquid, people can also add to their pet food. So there's different uses for it. So don't just throw that liquid away. You can find alternative uses for it. If you're not going to use a strainer like, if you're not going to use a Greek yogurt maker, if you're not going to use a Greek yogurt maker like this, you'll just need some cheesecloth and a colander in a bowl. That'll essentially give you the same thing. Just do a few sheets of cheesecloth to help catch all those solids, gooeys, the plasma. I don't know what it is. It's not quite solid, but it's not quite a liquid. You know, it's like Jell-O. So you can use cheesecloth in a colander over a bowl, and then that'll drain off the liquid as a little bit too. So you can set up your own DIY version with some cheesecloth. But we are gonna scoop this into our cheese maker.
Yogurt maker.
We're gonna scoop this into our yogurt maker. So until this is completely cool and in the refrigerator for a few hours, if not overnight, you do not wanna stir it, you don't wanna touch it. That's when all those proteins are gonna combine and turn into your yogurt. So if you're stirring it, you're gonna be left with a much runnier yogurt, and you're just reincorporating that liquid back into the yogurt. You wanna keep those separate. Just gonna use this cup measure.
Would you want to use a bigger ladle spoon? There's kind of one in that metal
Big ladle.
thing. I think it'll be easier to pour. Enough? A big one?
This is a good one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever you like.
Right?
Let me see that texture.
Okay, let's see this texture here. A gallon of milk, a small cup of yogurt made all of this yogurt. This thing is full. And it smells just like yogurt. Smells like plain yogurt. You can flavor this any way you want to. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay. Put it
Bring it away.
So strain away. We're gonna
Away. You get it?
strain the whey. So I'm just skimming off the top here. A lot of the liquid kind of sinks down to the bottom. So I'm just scooping off as much of this from the top that I can. And this made a super lot. So I might have to put this in another container while this drains. But we're gonna do that. I mean, yogurt for days, honestly. If you like a looser yogurt and you're not going after that Greek style, go ahead and keep some of that liquid in here. Give it a good stir. I see some of it draining off already. Now, I like different types of yogurt. I mean, a lot of people do yogurt for breakfast. Funny enough, I love Mediterranean food, so I use Greek yogurt a lot for tzatziki and sauces and dips and dressing. Instead of like cream cheese, sour cream, things like that, I usually do a lot of Greek yogurt substitution. So being able to make a big batch of your own is great for all those recipes, all those sauces, all those dips. Instead of using sour cream, I like to use Greek yogurt, and then you can just make a big batch of your own from just a little bit of yogurt and some milk.
What we doing?
We're making Greek yogurt. Homemade Greek yogurt. It's so easy.
Give it a little taste test.
Oh, yeah. You know me, I need a setup to do a taste test. I'm not just gonna dip a spoon in that bowl. I don't want to. You see it dripping? The cream rises to the top. That must have been one of you too, because I said that in a video and I was like, I would never say that on my own. But here we are. The cream rises to the top.
Hold on, David's got a good shot. So say it's gonna take hours again to.
Yes.
How long do you need to strain it?
So this is up to you in the consistency that you like. And that's why I love recipes like this. You can experiment a little bit in the kitchen. Let this go overnight again, if not just a couple hours, to get as much of that liquid out as possible. You'll be left with a super thick Greek yogurt style. But if you like something more like a breakfast yogurt, this is pretty good. I'd maybe give this a couple hours. You can individually portion that. This is what I find helpful is once you're, I'll wait for David. One thing I find helpful is individually portioning your yogurt so it's easy to just grab. You can leave some in a big container if you're making a larger batch or a larger recipe, but I find if you just individually package these, it's ready to go. You can just grab one, head off to work, pack it in a lunch, whatever you want to do, versus having to go to the big container, scoop some out into a dish, and then try to leave. Most of us are in a rush. Most of us are in a hurry. But I'm gonna try this. I like this consistency, just kind of like your regular, you know, Oikos, your regular yogurt consistency. Not Oikos, your Yoplait. Your regular Yoplait consistency. But we like the Greek style, so we're gonna let that go for a little bit. It's mild. I honestly could have let this go maybe a little longer. It'd have been super tangy, but I love this flavor. It's not aggressively tangy. It's not too milky. It's really good. Really good consistency, really good flavor. And since this is a neutral base, I could add some cinnamon and brown sugar to this. I could add some cinnamon and honey. I could add some cinnamon and maple syrup. Clearly I want some cinnamon, I'm guessing. But you could, not sweet.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
clarify for people.
Yeah, this is not sweet, so this is a great base. You can add any flavors, any sweetener you want to, and make it your own, or just add this with some super ripe berries would be delicious.
You have so much. Could you make frozen yogurt?
Oh, you could make frozen yogurt. That's such a good idea. I didn't even think of that. Whatever you're left over with, make some frozen yogurt so you have a nice treat for dessert that's healthy. All this is protein-packed milk, no additives, just live cultures. Nature and science is pretty wild that you could turn milk into this thick, tangy concoction. And it's delicious and it's healthy. Yummy, yummy.
And because it's a neutral base, sweet or savory.
Yeah. And because this yogurt is a neutral base, you can go sweet or savory. I tend to go savory. I love tzatziki. I love dips. And this is my go-to.
Ooh, like an onion dip?
Yeah, I usually do Greek yogurt for onion dip and stuff like that. And funny enough, this homemade yogurt gives me more of that sour cream vibe than actual yogurt. Some yogurts are super, super tangy, super sour. And then when you add them to dressings, dips, you know, anything like that, you really taste that yogurt. This I find is very mild, or not mild. This I find is a lot more like flavor neutral. So you have a little bit of that tang. It has great flavor. It's not overly milky. So delicious. So delicious.
Into the fridge for at least a couple hours.
Okay, into the fridge for at least a couple hours. I did it again. It goes like this. Okay, yogurt, I'll see you in a few hours.
A couple hours, I'll check back and do a taste test.
Oh, yeah. In a couple hours, I'll check back. In a couple hours, I'm going to check back. Yeah. In a couple hours, I'm going to check back and do a taste test. Final texture unlocked.
Cool. Cut there.
Infinite yogurt.
Infinite yogurt.
It really is good. Like, is this going to be our new go-to? This is going to be one of our new things, isn't it? Just constantly making yogurt. So at the farmer's market, they had like a local artisan yogurt. And I'm thinking like it's this huge dairy operation, which it probably was, because usually, you know, mainly dairies make this. And you have to do a few things to make it, you know, food safe for markets and all that stuff. But now I'm picturing just an artisan, just like 10 crock pots on folding tables in somebody's kitchen, and they're just making yogurt all day long. Because it's insane. You can turn this little cup into literally more yogurt than I could eat in a week. So I might even like cut this recipe in half. It was just for me.
You freeze yogurt?
Yeah, you can freeze it. You can make like the frozen yogurt, like the ice cream.
Oh, like froyo, but I mean like, can you freeze it and have it just...
Oh, I'm sure you can. Yeah, it might change the texture a little bit. A lot of times when you freeze stuff, it'll change the texture, but I don't see why you couldn't. We can ask the internet.
Swap your battery to 6 straws. Go yeah.
All right, those are our 3 kitchen topics. Would we like to do our round of thumbnails before we move on to the next segment?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about cheese powder.
We will.
Do you have any of these like just on standby? I can use one of mine.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, welcome back. Glad you're. I'm cooking. I'm cooking in my crock pot. Cooking it up in my crock pot. Making yogurt. I really do enjoy this yogurt. I wish we had berries. Why did I not pick up berries from the store? The other thing, I like canned peaches. Oh, canned peaches and yogurt. Oh my goodness, so good. Not that fresh peaches aren't good, but there's something about canned peaches, the texture. And if you do the ones in water, not in the syrup, you know, they're less sugary or whatever. So good. So good. What can we do with this yogurt? Should I transfer this? Actually, we're gonna leave this.
Do the cheesecloth then. On camera, we can do that.
Oh.
Roll as, like, B-roll.
Okay, let me see how I'm gonna set that up. Oh. This works perfect.
I can't really hear Christopher.
You can't hear me? Was it while I wasn't talking? Was I not walking and talking? All right, let's show how to make the DIY version.
Thanks, God.
Do you want to roll on this?
Yeah, we want Just in between, when we're not recording, I turn the music on just for vibes.
Vibes. We're here for vibes.
But I turned it down. It's lower now.
That's better.
Ah, got our tech team working on it.
Ditch the box for the product.
Milky.
All right, you can just do it and narrate. We're gonna roll on this, David. Ready to roll?
Checking something.
And what's your plan of attack here?
I'm gonna show what you need to make your own DIY yogurt strainer.
Just kind of speed run it.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I know I said it. Christopher's haircut.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. Compliment day. I like your haircut, your outfit, something about you. I like to give compliments back, but since I can't see you, I have to be generic. I like your comment. How about that? That's the compliment I'll give.
What a good comment.
What a good comment. I appreciate it.
Cool. Roll it.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
All right, to make your own yogurt strainer, all you need is a large bowl and a colander. A bowl big enough to put your colander in. I like this one because the arms let it sit above the bottom of the bowl so it's not resting in the bottom. And then just some cheesecloth.
Christopher.
Oh, you're welcome. And just some cheesecloth. You can put, and just some cheesecloth. You can get this from just about any grocery store or order it online if you can't find it in your local store. I just use some kitchen scissors and cut off enough to fit across the bowl, and then you might need a couple sections of this because you really want to trap a lot of that thick yogurt so it doesn't go through. So I'm going to do another section and then lay it the other way. And then I'm going to do one more Typically I would do like 1 or 2 more, make a lot of layers, because you want to trap all of the yogurt and just let the liquid flow through. But for right now, this is good. So there we go. Bowl's covered, few layers of the cheesecloth. We're just gonna ladle that yogurt in. And the longer this sits, the thicker your yogurt will be. I'm gonna be kind of gentle with this. Whoa. That liquid will strain out into the bowl in the bottom, and the yogurt will stay nice, thick, and creamy on the top. Just like that.
You don't have to do this as a texture thing.
Yeah, you don't have to do this. This yogurt is fine just like this. It sat long enough to get nice and thick. But if you're looking for more of that Greek style, then go ahead and strain it. But once the yogurt's cooled from the whole process, it's ready to go. And there's very little liquid in here, or there's very little excess liquid in here to begin with. You're really just kind of concentrating the yogurt by straining it. And any liquid that runs off, you don't have to waste it. You don't have to just put it down the sink. There's several uses for it. I've heard a lot of people give it to their pets. If you are cheese making, that whey can be turned into buttermilk, or that leftover milk can be turned into buttermilk. That leftover liquid can be turned into buttermilk if you are making cheese. So this is kind of a similar process, but you're getting a different result here. There's that. You can loosely cover this with, you can loosely cover this and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours.
So do that.
I can't help it. I am a clean as I go person. I've got to clean up any little messes. I can't leave it. I'm so into this yogurt process. So into this. But I've always loved a DIY recipe. I'm gonna tuck in this excess cheesecloth around the edges. Just like that. I like press and seal, it makes things easy. You could cover this with whatever you need, whatever you have. Doesn't need to be perfect because it's your DIY solution, but there you go. We're opening up a yogurt factory. We've got plenty of yogurt. What's our yogurt business name? Yogurt? Girded? Girded, the yogurt factory. You've been girded. Oh, I was gonna tell the story. Cheesecloth is an inside joke for us. Maybe I'm not remembering this correctly. I just remember that it is a hot button topic.
Come across this fella in a long time.
Oh, hello, welcome. Nice to have you. Please tell me why I keep doing this. Anytime the text-to-speech comes on, instead of looking at the camera, I look at the speaker as if the speaker is the person. Like, let me make eye contact with the speaker because they're trying to talk to me. No, you're through the digital the zeros and ones across the landlines under the ocean. You're not actually in the speaker. You're out there in the yonder.
Disposable shower caps for bowl covers.
Oh, that is a great idea. Disposable shower caps, the plastic shower caps as bowl covers. That's great.
Bowl covers.
We have the fabric ones, which you could use. The proofing, the ones for proofing bread. The bonnets, we do have those. Bowl bonnets. Okay, let's get this soaking. Can use my method for cleaning crock pots for this. just fill this with water and set it right back into the crock pot. Heat it up, get all that stuff out of there. This I'm just gonna let soak in some, we're gonna power wash it, let that soak for a minute or two, and then add some hot water and get this crock pot nice and clean. Okay, that's our kitchen topics. Let's do our thumbnails before we move on to the next set. Is there any other trash or... Whoa. Violence. Chaos. Oh yeah, what was the yogurt brand? I'm gonna need you to do a... Christopher's Dirty Yogurt?
Gertie.
Oh, Gertie. Because what's... Gertie is a... Oh. Gertie is a dinosaur in Disney World. But they sell ice cream there, so if it's frozen yogurt, it's Gertie. Gertie frozen yogurt. Yogurt. I can't say yogurt. 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 But honestly, this stuff tastes so good. So we're gonna do our dehydrated fruit, turn that into a powder, so you have like a concentrated fruit powder, and then mix that in with your yogurt, and then you'll have like a super concentrated, or you could do fresh fruit, but that's just gonna like add more water, add more liquid to it. I think the fruit powder will be so good. Oh, this is delicious. Plain yogurt is good on its own. You don't need the vanilla or anything. Like, I like the taste of yogurt, plain yogurt by itself. Not that I'm gonna get a big bowl of this and eat it like this all the time, but really good. Apple powder with some cinnamon apple powder. Put it in a coffee grinder. It's just a flavor powder. Yeah!
What other name were you thinking of?
What, for the yogurt company? Girded is all I could think of for some reason.
Really stuck on that one.
Yeah, I'm really stuck on that one. Ungirdable? I don't know if that's too complex. I'm gonna do one of those things like in the middle of the night where I sit up and you're like, you're Gert or something like that. You are Gert. I'm gonna come up with something in my dreams. On to the next station. Everybody, huh? Oh gosh. No, yeah, we need to do thumbnails. Okay, all right.
Keep the topics though.
Keep it.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Girded it is. Well, I'm looking for the think tank to come up with an idea. We're all a team together. It's not just all on me.
Setting this up over there yet?
Yes, sir.
No, there's not.
Okay, the reusable ice cubes, I do have to get used to. I keep wondering why see, the reusable ice cubes, I don't know if you can see this. They're still frozen. They're still frozen in there. So these are working really great. I can see the opaqueness, is that the right word?
The opacity?
The opacity, that the cube isn't quite fully melted. See, there's some liquid in there, but there's still a solid in there, solid cube. All right. Studio B, here we go. What are we doing in here? You tell me. You let me know. All right. Let me get the stuff I need on standby. Where's our box fan? Is that still in the office? Be nice to grab that. because I'm gonna reference it. Okay, I need ice cubes. I actually just need that whole cooler. Has the stuff I need in it. Loose ice, ice cubes. Ice Cube, not the rapper, not the hip hop artist. This is part of the process. I load a cooler for a segment we're doing in the other room. Load your cooler. Load your cooler for your B-roll. Oh, let's put a little Easter egg in this video.
What's it gonna be?
It's gonna be one of these sodas. All right, and just some loose ice packs. Good to go.
You were doing the Greek style
Ooh.
container one.
A lot of liquid is already drained out. Look, the whole bottom's full already. Look at that. Still dripping. Still dripping. That drip, you know? See what I'm talking about? Rolling cooler, essential. Although most homes don't have a little baby step. Okay, thank you, David. Yep, that should be everything. Do you have a preference on what side this is? Probably this side for the light. Face the light.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop, boop. Beep boop, beep boop, beep beep, boop boop, boop boop, boop.
All right, what are we doing?
We're going to be talking about tips for using swamp coolers indoors. All right. Oh, this is the little water fill slot right here. This has a hidden feature, which I cannot wait to get to.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Case rules, always, if something's closed, always latch one latch. You never know, you don't want a big incident on your hands. All right. Let me know when you guys are ready.
The live stream keeps cutting out.
Oh no.
What?
What? What? Check your internet connection. What's your LAN speed? Is it us? Is it really us? Blame YouTube. Oh, YouTube, you and your servers. Same tips, different device. Let's see if you fit in here. You certainly do, and that is wonderful. This is a water refill slot. That's good. Okay. Dun, 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 yada, da, da, da. Yeah, dun, dun, yada, da,
To
da,
go on another
da.
video, load straight away just the live stress.
What? Thank you for letting us know about the live stream. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, let me make sure I have these right settings. I see moisture, moisture. That means the pump. This one is just moisture. Okay. Probably not gonna actually be turning this on until the end, but it's okay. Yeah. All right. If things are heating up at home, a regular fan may not be enough, so you might want to look into an indoor swamp cooler. Now, a normal fan is great for circulating air, but if your home's already 80, 85 degrees inside during summer or warmer, or if you want to help regulate the temperature inside, a fan's just going to move air around while a swamp cooler will actually help cool the air and cool things down through evaporation. So let me share with you a few tips. So I'm going to share with you a few tips to get the most out of your swamp. So I'm going to share with you a few tips to get the most out of your swamp cooler. Swamp coolers work by running air. Swamp coolers work by running air through this pad in the back, and that's gonna cool the air rapidly and then push it out the fan to blow cold air into your house. Now, these are really popular. AC units, those portable AC units, usually need venting. So you need to keep it near a window, install a hose to vent it out. That hot air needs to go somewhere. With one of these, it just makes cool air from cold water, is really all you need. You just need water and evaporation. But these things can lead to a little bit of extra humidity in your house. So it's not recommended to use a swamp cooler indoors, or it's actually not recommended to use a swamp cooler for cooling if you're somewhere already humid. It's not gonna provide as much cooling comfort in a humid environment. So this is really for drier locations. Even one thing to note, if you're using a swamp cooler indoors, you still want to vent out all that extra moisture that a swamp cooler will produce. So either keep a window cracked, just enough to let some air exchange and let that moisture exchange happen, or you just want to open a door every once in a while. So I wouldn't recommend using this in a closed off room. You'll want that door open so all that humidity can circulate that these produce. But these are perfectly safe to use indoor, outdoor. These are great garage coolers. So if you're working in the garage and it's a little warm in there and you don't have AC in there.
The live stream YouTube is so annoying.
Oh, the live stream's still tweaking out? Okay, hold on, let me dab. Speaking of, I need this. Whew, I need the swamp cooler activated quick. It's a little toasty in here. Swamp coolers have a liquid chamber at the bottom. Normally, you would just fill this with water up until the fill line, and then you can even add ice to have it colder. So once you fill it, you're gonna wanna run the pump for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get that pad completely soaked. Your swamp cooler will have different settings, so just put it on pump. And then let me show you that, David. So before you run the fan, I'll say the line in a second. This adjustable thing. Okay. Before you run, oh yeah, this one. Before you run the fan, you just want to, Before you run the fan of your swamp cooler, you'll just want to set the pump to hydrate that pad first for about 5 or 10 minutes. Once that pad is completely soaked, then you can activate the fan. This helps by allowing all that moisture to accumulate in the pad while the fan's not trying to evaporate while there's nothing in there. So just set the pump for 5 or 10 minutes. Let the pad hydrate, and then you can activate the fan. No? No. my best impersonation of a swamp cooler. The colder the water that's in the tank, the colder the water in the tank, the cooler the air will be. Whoa. The colder the water in the tank, the cooler the air will be. Few tips that I like. Okay, that doesn't sit like that. Few things that I like to do. Instead of using loose ice in the chamber of your swamp cooler, just go ahead and freeze a large bottle of water. So this I just put in the freezer like overnight or up to 24 hours. I drained a little bit of the liquid so it wouldn't explode or expand too much. So you want to open it up, drain some of the liquid, put it in the freezer overnight or up to 24 hours, and then you'll have a large ice cube. This will melt a lot slower so you can run your fan longer without having to replace the ice. It'll keep that water nice and cold for hours, if not all day. So just set that in here and then fill it up to your water level. What's great about this doesn't make excess water, so you're not full of a tank of loose ice and cold water at the end that you're gonna have to dump out. You'll just have that little bit of water that gets sucked up into the pad and evaporates. So it's a lot cleaner, less messy to use a large block of ice. And you can get large blocks of ice from the grocery store, but I like to freeze a container because then you can either drink this water or refreeze it for another go round or two. And then if you're using this a couple times, you can save it and use this water to water your plants or whatever. It could be pet water. Just if you're refreezing this a few times, I wouldn't drink it personally. The freeze and the refreeze, but it's perfectly safe to drink on first freeze and thaw. Okay, the other thing you can do, is just use some of those traditional cooler inserts. These work great as well. These may not last as long, but you can keep a few of these in the freezer to just swap out. Throw them in the bottom. You can swap them out with super cold ones if these, you can swap them out with super cold ones once these thaw out. So it's a great way to not have a mess with loose ice in there. You just need enough water in there for the pad to soak up and circulate. My new favorite thing is loose reusable ice. So this does the same thing. This does the same thing as a big block or even individual little cooler inserts, but you'll have your loose ice. Now I like to use this. Let's see if I can do this with one hand and no assistance. I'm gonna fill up the bottom. Ooh, stable, steady. All right, don't need it all. Okay. Load it up with your reusable ice. You can load it up with your reusable ice. You can clean these off, reuse them. They're perfect for that. They're also perfect to swap out. So you can swap these out, take these out, put some more in. You can even put these in a large Ziploc bag and put them in here so that they're not loose. They're all together in there. That's another great tip. Oh, that's right. That's right. Even with these reusable ice cubes, one thing you can do so you don't have to fish them all out of the water in your tank is go ahead and add these to a large Ziploc bag and then put them in there. So all you have to do is remove that. Perfect solution there. Ooh, I slammed my finger, it hurts. For this model in particular that has this large chamber at the bottom, I've got one more trick, especially if you're working outside, if you're working in the garage, you want a beverage nearby. This kind of looks like a cooler to me, doesn't it? So what you could do with if you have a large tank on your swamp cooler, just turn this into a temporary cooler. So you have cold beverages with you while you're working outside, while you're working in the garage. You don't have to go inside, get your dirty shoes all in the indoors. Of course, I buried these drinks in here. Here we go. All my favorite drinks. Boy, I'm gonna be very hydrated. But those cold beverages can stay cold, help keep your swamp cooler cold. The more volume that's filled in here, just like in a cooler, the more volume of cold you have, the colder it'll stay longer. So just fill that up with your beverages, your water, your ice, and now you have a cooling fan working for you. You've got cold beverages, you've got ice that'll last you all day. You won't have to worry about your swamp cooler or your evaporative cooler keeping you colder longer. Oh, cleaning. I'm gonna talk about cleaning. Let's latch this before I dump cans and fake ice cubes everywhere. Okay. All right. Now, these will need to be cleaned. If you're using this regularly, you want to clean out the pad about once a week. So you want to wipe it down, rinse it off, especially if you have super hard water, that's going to calcify and make this pretty gunky. So the more you clean it, the more you rinse it off. Just check those instructions for the type of pad and manufacturer of the fan that you have. But you'll want to maintenance this pad as much as you can, about once a week if you're using it routinely, or if it's just throughout the warmer months, then just do it every once in a while. Once you notice some buildup and discoloration, you'll want to get it nice and clean. You can use vinegar for that. Vinegar is good at descaling. Just make sure you thoroughly rinse it afterwards, and then you're good to go. So keep that pad nice and clean, keep the unit clean, and you'll have fresher, cleaner, colder air for longer, and your machine will work better for longer. Crew?
That was great.
Sounds good. I think that's all the talking points. We used it as a cooler. Drinks, ice, we use the Packwell ice. Yeah. Cooler, colder, longer. Oh, problem solved. Oh, let me grab a drink out. Open it up. It's like, problem solved. Ready? Oh, I want my liquid death. There we go. Ready? Problem solved. Oh, something I didn't say is, maybe the editor can add this in. The fan's gonna work best if it's directed at you, so use it, keep the fan on only while you're in the room with it and direct it at you. If you just leave it to run in a room, it's not necessarily going to have the best cooling effect in a large space. It's really for personal comfort. So you really want to direct this at you so that cold air is blowing on you and all those evaporative effects are taking place. If you're leaving the room, I'd go ahead and turn off the fan while you're away, and then when you come back, you can turn the fan back on in the room. That way excess moisture and humidity isn't building up while you're away. Be sure to vent those rooms so that humidity doesn't build up inside, but completely safe to use a swamp cooler inside, and it's a great practical method for indoor use as well as outdoor use if you're working in the backyard or in your garage. Okay. Just a few pickups there. Ooh, and this is, I like that this is adjustable. I didn't notice that before. It was just doing such a good job sitting like this. I didn't angle it, pitch it anywhere.
Let's flip this studio.
Okay, quick flip. Okay, there we go. I am loaded up on beverages right now. Did we want to get anything of this actually in use, of the pump getting the back wet, anything like that?
Not right now.
Okay. Be aware that there are drinks and ice in the bottom of this. Is it a cooler? Is it a fan? It's both. If anybody'd like a beverage, we got the cooler on set. Crafty. Beep, 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 beep. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Smart trackers and wallets. Where's your other wallet? Oh, it fell. Excuse me. Is the smart tracker in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. I found it. How clever. Is it two of them? Oh no, this is just one. It still is super thin. That's crazy. All right.
What are we about to do?
We are going to talk about different methods of placing trackers in things. Now, I love a good... Oh, where are we going? Well, I can stand up straight. I wasn't sure if that was good for leaning down. I was planning to probably lean more in this one, if that works for you. Or no?
It's safe for obviously if you're standing up because otherwise your head would be cut off.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I was...
So yeah, you can lean if you want.
Okay. Oh, both. It's fine.
It's friendly for you standing.
Perfect. Good, 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 good.
That'll be up to the editors.
I don't have my handy talk to myself mirror set up. You got used to that. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to reapply the deodorant. It's a little ripe in here. Little ripe. Oh, I didn't clear the background of any shenanigans.
Oh, we can do that.
Mm-mm. Do we want to show anything on your phone of the Find My? Or just talk about it? Okay. This might be quick because there's not a lot of talking points because we're just doing the AirTags, but we'll stretch it the best we can. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. So I've used, I mean, there's nothing to hide here. I am an Apple super fan. I am really in the Apple ecosystem, but I will admit, you know, the products aren't always flawless for all things. You know, there's other third-party accessories options out there that are really good. So that's why I really like this, because AirTags are helpful. You can throw them just about anywhere. But I like that the Find My ecosystem has expanded a little bit. So that's what we're gonna get into is other Find My devices that are helpful for keeping track of your stuff. I should have brought, oh, I do have it. Goody, goody. Okay. So I usually carry around like a passport wallet, especially when I'm traveling. It's just easier for money, passport, all your receipts, things like that. So I usually carry around a bigger wallet in my backpack, but if I have this out and loose, like an AirTag in there, still kind of obnoxious and there's nowhere really to put it. So we'll get to that. We'll get to it. Oh, let me turn off the sink and then we're ready to go. Let me know when you're ready. Wallets on wallets on wallets on wallets. Oh, sorry, I was just leaning over for now. Just to be lazy. Okay. Perfection. Perfecto. Okay. Ready to go? Right. I love AirTags, but these aren't really designed to fit everywhere. While the technology is great, the form factor can be limiting depending on where you need to put them. One place that needs an AirTag, your wallet. Your wallet you can easily lose track of, so having a quick go-to tracker is easy, but this thing ends up making that dad bump in your normal wallet, just like that. And then you don't want to sit on that. Like if you have this in your back pocket, they've already done those studies where it like messes up your posture. So you add this thick AirTag to your wallet. Now you're sitting on that, or you have to put it on the table, which then you're more likely to forget it if you're taking it out of your pocket to sit it on the table while you're having dinner or doing whatever. You'd easily forget it. But anyways, one of the limiting factors is the places you can put it. And also, AirTags, although they're at a price point where you can pick up a few of them, there's other options that use the same Find My ecosystem where you can get them at a much better value. You can get a tracker at a much better value. So I'm gonna share one of my favorite addition.
You gotta talk about how annoying it is to swap the batteries.
Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot. Yes, there's that too. The other thing when it comes to AirTags is they use a watch battery. You know that standard, okay, I'm trying to get this open. Gosh, okay, one of these opens easy. The other one, all right, here we go. This is lefty loosey, righty tighty. Push and spin. This is never this difficult for me to do. And then now I can't get it. Okay, you push them in. To change the battery, you simply push it in and spin. Okay, well, let's do the palm method. Well, the method for changing the batteries is to push them in, spin them open. But I will... You did something to these, didn't you?
I swear, I didn't.
You did. Let me open mine. Yours are tainted.
I've done nothing.
I've done nothing to these. Let's not mix them up. Oh, that's the other thing too. Let me get to that. Do a reminder that unless they're labeled or whatever, like these are hard to identify if you have a bunch of them. Hard to, because I'm going to say that you can label these really easily. See, mine opened up so easy. Anyways, I won't say yours and mine, but still. You just push and twist. Ta-da! This was a different AirTag. Those are fused shut for some reason. But anyways, you need this CR2032 battery.
Who has those?
So even I found at a lot of stores, like if you even just quickly go to a store, these watch batteries, yes, they're everywhere, but they are getting harder and harder to find, just regular cell batteries. So I tend to just order a whole bunch of them online and they just like sit waiting for these AirTags to be replaced. But you replace the battery, it's a bit cumbersome. The good thing is that you really only have to replace these like once a year. They'll chirp at you or you'll get a notification on your phone when these are ready to be, when the battery needs to be replaced. But it is kind of a pain to replace the batteries on these. The other thing I found with my AirTags is I put them in a case or something so I can differentiate the different tags, but it's hard to keep track of what tags are for what. I mean, yes, you can add the emoji through Apple, or you can just quickly write on these or make a label, but they're kind of hard to distinctly tell which AirTags are different just by looking at them. I'm gonna put my AirTag back so I don't forget it.
And I think what happened to those, which is probably very common, if those get compressed or they get damaged, damaged, like they can be fused.
Yeah.
More difficult to open.
Yeah, and these tend to be more difficult to open if they're under like pressure. They get, messed up a little bit if you're constantly keeping in your wallet and sitting on it, or if you have it in something where it's just kind of like bending it or pushing it too much, they get really tough to open and really tough to swap. So the primary place that it's tough for an AirTag to go, that's helpful, is in a wallet. Now, I found this card style of tracker, and these are a great addition alternative to just the normal AirTag. So they've got a super thin profile. They use the same technology, the same system. Now, the cool thing about these two are they're completely wireless, meaning like no wire to charge, no battery to swap. These are just a card. They're very thin. They're about the thickness of 2 or 3 credit cards, so they can fit anywhere. So these are a perfect addition insert for your wallet. Just tuck that in there. Oh. These are a perfect addition or insert to your wallet. They're not bulky, so you're not going to sit on them. They just take up 1 card slot. They're not heavy at all. It's super lightweight. So this is a great alternative to keeping an AirTag in your wallet. Now, they do have wallets that are designed with a tracker insert, but those are also still bulky, even if you do have an AirTag insert in your wallet.
The connection is better.
Connection's better for the live stream. Wonderful. Glad. Amaze. Still stuck on it.
Here, they do
Oh,
come
yeah.
with that, so.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. No, sorry. So they come with a classic Qi charger, and you just clip it on. You just set it on top, and it'll charge passively. They charge super quick, and they hold a charge really long too. So same as an AirTag, they're going to be cheaper, lightweight, flat, easier to manage. Now, what I recommend is you can get a regular like normal shipping label or tag label. You can put your name, address, information, whatever information you want people to contact you. So there's a physical indication of your information on the card itself. And there's also the passive information, the digital information for them to alert you that it's gone, contact you, all that kind of stuff. The same technology.
Wireless chargers.
Yeah, it works with a wireless charger. So it comes with one, but your regular Qi chargers that you have, this should be able to charge perfectly well with that as also. This should be able to charge perfectly well with any kind of lay flat charger base you have there.
Say no batteries to swap.
No batteries to swap. There's no batteries to swap.
At Fluid, there's no issue. Quit spamming.
Oh, someone was spamming. There's no issues.
Australia, we have a brand called Pulse Charge. They
Pul-
make a portable electric car jump starter.
What? That's cool. Typically when I'm traveling, I carry a passport wallet, so something larger that I can keep a bunch of cards in, cash, place for receipts, of course my passport if I'm traveling internationally, or this is just a handy little wallet to carry around for anything. So a flat card like this keeps it from getting bulky as well. It could take up one of the card slots. So I like to travel with one of these, makes things easier for me instead of a smaller, thinner wallet that's everything has to be wadded up together to fit in there. But even if you're a slim profile wallet person, this fits right in there. I like it so. A very easy, a very nice, a very convenient. And I would recommend, put your personal information in here. You could use one of those paint pens and write right on it that are permanent, or I would just put a label on there. And then of course, if that like falls off or gets weathered or damaged over time, you can just put another one on. So this is great for your luggage or suitcase. I know you can throw in an AirTag easily in there.
J. Dogla to tell me to stop telling me to spam. I am just having
We got-
a conversation.
We have drama in the comments. Comment feud. What was I gonna say? I lost track of my thought now. Thank you for that.
Say something because it's a flat surface, easier to label and write on.
Okay. And because it's a flat surface, easier to label and write on. There's plenty of space to put your information on there. So if it is found, it kind of acts as a physical. Plenty of space to write. Plenty of space to label and write on. So it kind of acts like a physical business card as well as a tracker. And it's super thin, about the size of a credit card, and does all the same stuff a regular AirTag does. Works in the Find My app, so there's really nothing new to learn or different to do. Perfect wallets. Even in your suitcase, a lot of suitcases or bags have a card slot area. So that is a perfect place to just slide that into your normal card slot, your normal area where your ID or information would be, or some business cards, and just put that in there as a backup. So there's no excuse for you to lose your watch. And that is my favorite thing about these trackers is, oh gosh. Okay.
Playing tricks.
Any tracker, one of my favorite things is just you misplaced. You didn't lose your wallet, you didn't lose your bag, you didn't lose your device. It's just not where you thought you put it. The alarm makes it really easy for you to quickly identify where your missing item is. What was that comment?
What's the last country you have been to on a holiday?
Oh, God, well, Mexico, if that counts, was the last international destination. Well, it's just Mexico. I don't count Canada and Mexico as a foreign destination because they're basically America to me.
All right, you're saying the sound?
Yeah, okay, yes. And it has an alarm, so you can quickly find misplaced items. A lot of times, it's not that you have lost an item that you're trying to find, it's you just misplaced it. It's not in the bag you thought it was in, it's stuck in the couch cushions, or you left it in your car. So that little alarm for your wallet is very handy, and any other bag or place you want to tuck one of these. AirTags, great. Great for your keychain, lots of accessories that you can use to make these practical, but I think having an additional flat item for your wallets for other places is really great. These even work really, you wouldn't necessarily want to keep this, what am I trying to say? Like if you're trying to keep track of something temporarily, like I like to keep these permanently attached to something, but these are great to just swap and throw anywhere just for a quick temporary tracking. Maybe you're changing bags, maybe it's a suitcase you don't use all the time. Keep all your normal AirTags and just use. What was that?
What if you lose your car?
Oh, I actually have a friend. I have a friend that they keep an AirTag in their car too. And it just helps, like maybe you're parking and you can't find your car. If you get close, it can help you find it. They're not exactly designed for that, but
Screens are awesome. Keep them up.
they're not exactly designed for that, but AirTags can be helpful in a lot of like non-traditional ways. You just have to get creative with them.
Talk about value, the pack.
Oh, yeah. How much was it?
Like 75-ish.
So for under $100, I'm gonna say. A typical pack,
Literally North America true.
a typical pack of your traditional AirTags, a typical pack of your Apple AirTags are gonna be about $100 for 4 of them. Huh?
Good idea to put in a car.
Yeah. A traditional Apple AirTag is gonna be about $100 for 4. These alternative trackers, you can get at a much better price point. You can get about 6 of these for under $100. I think a pack of 6 of these I picked up were about $75. So you can get a whole bunch of them. That's why I like these as not disposable, but a little more carefree AirTag. You can throw them in something, pull them back out. You can label them so you know what they are. You can number them, letter them, put stickers on them, do whatever to identify the different AirTags. And then you can associate that with an emoji or something in your phone so you know which one's which just by visually looking at it. You don't have to read it. You don't have to let it beep. None of that stuff. So these can be a really practical, handy addition. And they do have a little cutout. They do have a tiny cutout. So you can put a tiny keychain. You can put a tiny clip on there. I think I have one right now that I think will fit on there. So they do have a little clip where you can tether these. So this doesn't even need to go in a wallet in particular. If you have a small enough key ring or clip, it fits right on the hole that's already there. Simple, versatile, affordable, extra option for wireless tracking. Simple option for tracking, for digital tracking.
I'm surprised not much people watched the live stream. Only 13 people.
So far.
So far, we're building, baby. We're building. We're building a community.
What is the? It's a. You keep it like curated or select
Yes.
few.
We like a tight community, okay?
Yes.
We like a tight community.
Tight knit. It's more intimate.
It's exclusive.
It's true.
This is an exclusive event for the real ones. This is an exclusive live stream for the real ones. So if you're here, you're a real one. Thank you.
Hey, say something.
Hey.
No more suspicious wallet bump.
Oh yeah.
No more suspicious wallet bump. Problem solved.
Okay. No more suspicious wallet bump. Okay. So no more suspicious wallet bump. Problem solved. No more suspicious wallet bump. Problem solved.
And really let David get a close-up of that bump on that wallet, just like how indented it is. We really want to show that.
Even has that indent.
What? Hold up. Oh, right there.
I love your videos. Found you a few years ago with your short vids.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
Can you rotate it so you can see the air tag inside there? Oh yeah, there. Yeah, that. Yep. But like, see the bump, see the air tag, all of it. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, down a little bit. Down a little more. And then raise your whole hand up. There you go. Right there. Oh yeah, give it a little poke on the top, a little tap. 1, 2. No more suspicious wallet bump.
No more suspicious wallet bump. Yeah. Now you can avoid that suspicious wallet bump.
Nice. Now I want to see an air tag on the table, side by side with the card, like so. David, you
Okay.
can go real low,
Good there, David.
like the.
Is there another one in here, or do I need to take this off? I'll take this off really quick.
Got another one for you, but that's-
I got one. So thin, so lightweight.
Put them touching side by side, and flip the air tag over the other way. There you go.
Touching? Touch.
Touching. Touching. Give a little finger point or something. Yeah.
Traditional AirTag? Flattened AirTag. Apple's gonna come out with these, but the ad is gonna be like this, because they did this with like the MacBook Air or whatever. It's like take this, and they're like gonna just smash it and then it's gonna be like the thinnest ever AirTag possible. It's gonna be called Apple Card.
Apple Card. Yeah, they have an Apple Card.
Though they do have Apple Card.
They have Apple Card.
Just gonna they're gonna Apple Square Tag.
Oh, what do they call them? It'd be like an AirTag Air.
Oh, AirTag Air. There it is. All right, Apple, your play. I want to see you smash this, turn it into a thin card, and just call it AirTag Air. AirTag Air Plus. AirTag Air
Max.
Ultra. AirTag Ultra.
Cool.
AirTag Pro Max Ultra.
We can cut. Sure.
Who's ready to destroy a hard drive? I know I am. Best thing, no batteries. Okay, these two were your AirTags, right? You had this in here. Same.
All right.
Quick break. Just peeking at the yogurt a little bit. Oh yeah, lots of liquid is on the bottom. Look at that. Can you see in there? Yeah. Yeah, this is already nice and thick. Oh yeah. But as you can see, of course, the edges are a lot thicker than the center, so I'm just gonna let this go probably overnight for this batch because I want a really thick batch of yogurt.
A bowl bonnet. A bowl bonnet.
Bowl bonnet. Oh my gosh, we do have the. I forgot we had these. Should have used this in the first place. Is this a big enough one? Let's see. Totes forgot about these. So, have some bowl bonnets. I think this one's big enough. Put it over the top. A little tight, but that's good. Or, I forgot I had these silicone versions. Oh, messed up my... Got caught in the cheesecloth a little bit. There we go. But I have these silicone options that do a similar job. So let's see here. I need a bigger one. Bigger one's in the bottom, but this one works. There we go. Got a reusable bonnet.
Trade that with the yogurt maker.
And I'm gonna check the yogurt maker. Here's this one. Look at all that water accumulation on the bottom, all that liquid. And then check the consistency on the top. Ooh, getting nice and thick. Nice and thick. Okay. Oh, well, just for the live stream. You don't want to really stir this because then you'll end up pushing yogurt through the screen and then you'll just end up with wasted yogurt down here. So really just let this sit, do its thing. The longer it sits, the better. And then you can take the yogurt out.
All right, let's go drill some hard drives.
Right. Yeah, these reusable bowl covers really great alternative to just putting foil or plastic wrap on all of your bowls. I just forgot we had them really quickly. Thank you for the reminder, Charles. Doing some construction. All of these drill bits are well used. Now I hope my drill has some juice in it. I forgot to charge it this morning. This is why you set reminders. And you won't forget things. Those are the two I'm destroying. Let's not destroy these. I don't know whose or what these are. Bad AC.
Move like a block of wood or something.
That is a
Another hard drive.
that's a good idea.
Look at that.
I don't know if we have anything immediately.
Might be something on the side yard.
Hmm?
Something on the side yard.
Back in it, back on it. Did I miss any comments? I'm just getting all this prepared, if you can't tell. Over this lifetime, I've collected quite a few hard drives, quite a few computer components, and even if it is just, you know, music, photos, whatnot. You never know. You can't just throw away a hard drive. You don't ever want to think that you're just disposing of something securely and it doesn't end up actually being secure. Your information's on there. So now, after researching this, I kind of got paranoid because I've had this drive for about 5 to 7 years, probably 5-ish years, and now I'm like, is it bad? Is it good? I actually haven't even fired this up in years. I don't even know what's on this, so we'll just keep that at that.
You're just gonna destroy it without looking at it?
No, these I know are bad. These get destroyed. These are my good ones. These two are my good ones. Which I actually think these are just duplicates of each other, but I have both of them still. I remember transferring this one to this one a long time ago. Who remembers Western Digital? I mean, it's still a thing, but like Western Digital was like your home drive. And then it went to like G-RAID, G-Drives. What do people use now? Because I don't use a hard drive anymore. A portable one? What types of hard drives are you using now? Because I just use my phone and my computer. I don't really have a backup hard drive anymore. I mean, I do have these two, but there's nothing really I use on them. They're just there in case I need it. All right, let's get this party started. Mm-hmm.
Start rolling. Camera speed.
All right. Whether at home or for work, I'm sure you probably have a hard drive or two that you don't know what to do with. Maybe you don't use it anymore, it's bad, corrupted. Whatever the case is, your personal information is still inside there somewhere. So you don't want to just put this in the trash, put this in the recycling. You have to dispose of hard drives the proper way. Now, a hard drive is full of many components, and even if you read and overwrite it, your information is still on there. It just may be fragmented. So hackers, especially super skilled data crackers, can still get the information that's on there, even if you think you wiped it, even if you think you deleted something, it could still be in there. So there's a few things you want to do if you have any old hard drives for whatever. You want to make sure you dispose of it properly. One thing,
Talk a little bit more about how you collect so many over the years.
Oh yeah. And over the year, especially for me for work, these hard drives stack up. These are all have been transferred to other drives, these have all been transferred to other drives, to other cloud platforms. So now I'm just left with the hardware that I don't want to just keep this piling up. Need to properly get rid of all of this. Bad drive, bad drive, bad drive. I don't even know what's on these, and it's not worth checking. I know I don't need anything on them, but I can't just throw this out.
Pretend like you do need to check them.
Oh, actually, yes, yeah. I don't even know what's on these, so I probably should check them before I throw them out. One thing you want to do with any hard drive, if it is one thing you want to do with any old hard drive is just check it and back it up before you destroy it. Maybe you're moving things to a larger file, or maybe you're moving it to Maybe you're moving data to a larger drive to consolidate drives, or maybe you've moved things to a cloud-based system. You definitely want to double check, make sure you fully backed up and redigitized all the files, check the file sizes, do all that due diligence to make sure you're not losing any data when you transfer. A handy thing you can pick up is just a hard drive reader. So even if this is in a housing, in a case, even if this is in a housing in a case, you can take the drive out and just get a reader to read the actual drive. So this works for your traditional spin drives and also those SSDs this is a good dual purpose one. So if you're a person with a lot of drives, or maybe you want to do this for your family, you can pick one of these up easily, read everything, back it up, and then have some peace of mind that you're not getting rid of stuff that you probably should keep or that you actually want. So the first step, back up. The first step is to definitely check those drives and back it up. These are my current 2 drives, and I don't really know what's on them. So I'll definitely need to power these up and check them before I do anything to them. One thing you may be shocked to find out, I actually was shocked to find this out, traditional spin drives, those actually go bad. They only have a shelf life of a few years, maybe up to...
You mean SSDs, right?
Both. The spin drives still go bad too.
Not in a few years.
Internet said they go bad quicker.
That's just big hard drive. That's how they sell them.
Big
SSD can corrupt.
Okay.
Pretty quickly, but
So I'll just say that. One thing you may not know, especially for those SSD drives, those solid state drives, is that they can go bad. They can get corrupted over time. These don't last forever. So if you have one sitting on a shelf for 5, 10 years, you may want to check it. You may want to back it up to a new drive and transfer your information to new. You may want to transfer that information to new drives every You may want to transfer that information to new drives or some kind of cloud system, because those drives will eventually go bad.
Marketing got to me, man.
The marketing got to me. Whew. Well, the internet told me so. I mean, do I not trust the internet?
That's their marketing team.
Okay. All right. Once you've confirmed you're ready to erase all that data, check with the manufacturer. A lot of them have programs special built for their drives to completely erase them, rewrite them, scramble the information so no one can read it. So stick with a software solution first. You're going to want to look up the manufacturer, check what software works for that type of drive to completely erase it. Once you've run that program and the drive is completely erased, you should be good to go. You can send these off to an approved recycler or shredder. You can send these off to an approved recycler or shredder. That's going to be the best bet. Is you can take these to electronic recyclers. They'll destroy it right in front of you and give you a certificate that all your data is safe and not able to be read. There's also mail-in programs that do the same thing, so you can find some online options as well. Or look up a local recycling center. The reason why you don't want to just throw these in the trash or the recycling, there's some valuable materials in here that can be reused if properly disposed of, but for the most part, there's harmful chemicals and materials in here that we don't want to end up in landfills. So make sure those drives are being disposed of properly and recycled properly. If you're looking for an at-home DIY version, if you're looking for an at-home DIY, let me lift up some.
So so some of those don't boot up. And
Yeah.
That's why I can't run the software.
Okay, yeah. A few of these I can't even boot up. They just don't work at all. But I don't want to leave it to chance that there's some sensitive, especially business information on here. These are old work drives. I don't want that out in the wild. So you're going to have to physically destroy it for peace of mind that no one will ever You'll have to physically destroy it for the peace of mind that no one will ever be able to recover any information on here. Let's physically destroy some hard drives. Okay. Really, all you need is a drill. Make sure you have a full charge on that battery, a powerful drill, and a drill bit to just drill some holes in that drive will eliminate the ability for anything to be read from it.
Can you do that? Hold it up again, like you were, and hold it up a little bit more vertical, and then hold it out that way a little bit more. Right there's perfect, and go ahead and do it. Perfect.
I did want to do a little surgery, so let's not confuse our good drives with our bad drives. These are some of my bad drives, and I know that they're bad because the stuff that was on here is now on these. First thing when you're doing this dismantling, make sure you have a secure work surface. Yep. Just another day in the studio. Let's not drop everything. Okay, take two. Nothing happened here, nothing to see. Hold on. Oh, skill, you're built tough, built to last. Okay. I do recommend having some kind of work surface. If it's not a workshop top, then just get some scrap wood or surface that you're comfortable drilling in and not messing up. You don't want to do this on your normal indoor counters or on your desk in your office. You just want a good surface to work on. I have this tool. We're gonna open this one up. Oh, David, sorry, there you go. Don't have to keep up these screws because I don't plan on using this thing ever again. In fact, I'm trying to get to the actual disc inside, or the actual components inside. Now I do recommend if you have the tools to take these apart. It'll just make them easier to drill through. If I can pop this open, I might need a screwdriver to wedge in between here. Yeah, it's like clipped in there. More tools. Hold for more tools, please. I should have found a screwdriver earlier, but let me see if I can get it with these needle nose.
Bob the Builder more like Christopher the Builder.
Yeah, that's true.
Christopher the Destroyer.
Christopher the Destroyer. This is what I like about this project is most of the time you'd be trying to figure out how to open this up carefully and not damage it. This, I don't really care. Now, with anything electronics, if you're destroying something, I would recommend wearing gloves, wearing eye protection. It's always recommended. Not necessary if you're careful, but... Oh, so this is glued on. That's why it's hard to get off. All right. I couldn't find a screwdriver quickly. So I'm trying to figure out how I can pop this open. Like a can opener, kind of. I feel like this is destroying it enough. Ah, this is what we're after, people! Which this is probably enough damage to this drive. But I want to show you what we're after. I find it crazy how technology works. All that information, all my Taylor Swift albums, all my bootlegs from LimeWire are just on this silver shiny disc. So, don't come after me, FBI. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that. all my LimeWire right here. Hey, if I'm guilty, all of you are guilty too. Allegedly. Okay, got it. All right. You would think that this is enough to destroy the drive and have it be have it be unreadable. You may think that this is enough to destroy the drive and have it be unreadable. It's actually not. All that information is kept on this silver disk right here. So this is what you want to destroy. This is what you want to get rid of. Are we ready? Are we going to do this for real? I've been so excited about this. Ready? Done. Destroyed. Hammer, drill, whatever you want. Try to recover that. You'll have to put back a puzzle and decode the cracks. This one just shattered. Some of the other ones you just drill a hole through. Well, I think that'll be better for this because...
And will it keep it contained? Like if you don't take the top off, all the shattering will happen inside.
Yeah. Because I can't...
It's true. I've never seen anyone take anything off. Just say then drill right through.
Well, the ones I've seen, like, that you can... I just wanted to show what was inside. Okay. All right. So here's another drive that needs to be destroyed. Where this wheel is, that's where the hard drive spins. So that's where you want to get to this glass, the actual drive. Be careful with that. Like, don't use your hands, don't use your fingers. I'm going to clean that up safely and securely later. But this is the part you're after, so I'm going to flip it over. And, huh?
The platter, right?
The platter. So yeah, you can check where the wheel is if you have a regular hard drive. Just see where the wheel is mounted, and then it should give you an indication of where to drill for the actual drive piece. But you ready? This may take a little bit. Joseph, stay there. Could also use a vice clamp to hold it in place. You can do that a couple times to make sure it is permanently destroyed. Who gave me power tools?
Did I do that?
Classic.
You always say it,
Did I do that? Clearly, editor, don't use this, but hey, internet, you can clearly see I'm doing this. Almost there.
Do you feel like Mr. Robot?
I've never seen that show. Does he do this? He destroys hard drives?
Yeah.
With it, just like this, I hope?
Yeah.
Making a big mess? Yep. Not following any of the safety rules, like no loose fabric near your drill. Vice clamp this. Wear gloves, wear eye protection. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Yeah, there's a hole in there. You can barely see it, but you can see that the hole's in the glass. Can you see anything? Okay. That part is very thick. It's getting warm. All right. Might have
That's sufficient.
Okay. Woo. Okay. Well, let's. Internet. Caution. Use caution. All right. Let's wrap up. All right. Physically destroying the drive is the only way to guarantee that none of that information can be recovered. It's just as easy as, yeah. And all you need is to drill a hole. To properly recycle your drive, all you'll want to do is look up a local recycling center or find a mail-in program that you can use. Okay. Anything else?
That was great.
Good. Oh, yeah, that's right. Data secure, problem solved.
Destroyed.
Yeah. Data destroyed, problem solved.
Start with the poll.
Yeah. Data secure, problem solved.
Destroyed.
Data destroyed. Data destroyed, problem solved. Yay. Hold, don't move. Don't move. I have an accident. The collective we. The collective we. How do we not have a broom anymore? Ooh, do we have bread? I need to pick it up with bread. Just a guy sweeping up pieces of glass. Are we on a break or?
No, we're not.
Oh, hi everyone.
No breaks.
Just cleaning up my mess is all. Simply cleaning up my mess.
Or no breaks.
All gas, no brakes, clearly.
Glass, no breaks.
All glass, no brakes. All glass, all brakes. Joseph is smart. He knows. He's like, something just happened. Something just happened. It did not. See, this is what happens when this is a classic example of a lot of times I do stuff for camera and don't do it with the diligence you would if you were doing it in real life. So that is my quick excuse and explanation. Because you don't normally set up a camera and a table and a bunch of accessories on the side when you're doing a project at home. Or maybe you do. You did.
Sabotage.
I got double sabotaged. dropping the drill in this, but you know, it's classic me. Okay. All right. Keep the Joseph secure. All right, since I still need to take these to a recycling center, these are just gonna go in a bag for now. All the pieces, they're gonna ask me what happened to this, and I'm gonna say, none your business. None your business. How about you just destroy my drive for me and stop asking questions? Say, did you do it yourself? I did. Try to do it myself. Without accident or injury. All right. And no damage to this tabletop that's already damaged. There we go. One more bad piece right here. Got a lot of residue on this blade, so I'm going to clean up this blade. Got that. Before this drops and breaks, let's put our tools away. I really recommend picking up one of these. It's just like a ultra sleek portable drill. Comes with a bunch of bit attachments. If you build a lot of like furniture, just minor repairs around the house, like tightening screws on cabinets and stuff, this is really handy. Oh, this goes in this way, I believe. And then the cap. So this is good to go. Read those hard drives, write those hard drives. Anybody else see any bits and bobs around?
Yeah, there's a little slither over there.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Good thing these pieces are shiny. Can see them everywhere. Oh my goodness. That was the hard drive I needed.
Don't say that. All right, what was your favorite solution today?
Funny enough, despite the chaos of the hard drive, I've been looking to destroy and drill those hard drives for like a long time. They've just been literally sitting on a shelf, and we've talked about it week after week. We should do something with those hard drives than just having a pile. So finally getting to it, I thought was really good. I also love those beverage solutions. I don't know, I'm a simple, practical, like just get some beverage sleeves for your next party, get together. It doesn't even have to be a big event. Like if you have 2 people over your house, like give them some beverage sleeves so you know what drink is whose and everybody can keep up with their stuff. I just think it's practical, it's fun, it's great for entertaining, great for families, great for big crowds. And that reusable ice, you said what one? I love everything. I'm super into the reusable ice. I think we're gonna get a lot of use out of that. And what I love, what we do typically, is say we get that reusable ice, you'll see it pop up in topics for the next forever. You know, we reuse, recycle, we like to do a lot of different stuff with something that, you know, I buy or whatever. So I think it's super cool. Super cool, the reusable ice. That's gonna be my go-to for my cooler now. I don't need to stop by the gas station to get ice all the time. And it's great if you're gonna run out and grab groceries. Of course, like a little ice pack is perfect, but just throw some of those in the cooler, run to the grocery store, put your groceries in with that ice, and then you just put it right back in the bag. So it's a great, oh, more. Let's play a game. Everyone, look for these little pieces of glass. if you find...
Chat, what was their favorite solution?
Yeah, what was your favorite solution, chat?
Well, what
Anyone?
problem-
Anyone?
What problem should we solve next?
What problem should we solve next week? We're taking viewer-generated suggestions now that we're live all the time. Okay. What happened?
Just watch the replay.
Okay, sir. You are Captain Scheidenfreud. don't yuck my yum. Well, hey.
Like you said it so perfectly, and then Shazam!
I've said it a ton of times. I don't know. I've said it in a bunch of different contexts, but the reason why I do problem solve most of the time, or I guess I'm a good person to do problem solve, is a lot of incidents happen to me. I break a lot of things. I make a lot of messes. It's just part of life. So it seems a little slapstick, but it usually ends up just being, I'm good at solving problems because problems keep arising in my life. Like flinging hard drive pieces all over the ground. And in the back of your mind too, you're like, I wonder how this will go. Will this, I thought that the drill was gonna go straight through the table. That's what I was anticipating. And then while I was thinking of that, it spun out of control.
Yes, it's live.
Is this live, Christopher?
This is live. You are watching me clean my own mess.
Could go for a slice of bread right now.
I know. I wish I had some bread to pick up all these little shards.
Inside windshield of your car glare free.
What?
Mine gets smudged easily.
You got a smudgy windshield? Just get some rubbing alcohol in a bottle with some white distilled vinegar and some distilled water. Make yourself a little glass cleaning spray. Clean that glass, get all that grease and grime off of there. Okay, I should run the vacuum. I think all that's left is those little screws or any tiny particles. Nothing big should be left. Meme it, David. Just clip that, meme it. Clip it and meme it. Clip it, meme it, reverse it. All right, we just have thumbnails to do for all the segments.
You're like Tim Allen.
Oh, see? It's a good parallel. He always makes problems for himself. Too much power.
Home improvement of you.
I can't wait till we get the homestead. We're gonna do like problem solved, like riding lawnmower, problem solved chicken coop. I can't wait to get to that point. Now we're suburban problem solved. We're gonna get to problem solved off grid. Domestic residential problem solved. All right, these will be destroyed later, but I'm gonna look up the proper recycling center so I can take those drives there next.
All right, say thank you and goodbye.
Thanks everyone, thanks for joining us. We will be live again next Thursday, so we'll be live next Thursday. Wait, who's talking? Where's that voice coming from? Where are you? Oh, there you're over here. Hi, we'll be back next Thursday, so thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and signing off, problem solved. Chaos. The chaos. Oh my goodness.